Tell me where you go. A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home, somewhere that you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See a people there vibrating. Let's set sail, no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face hurting. Ooh. Me where you go. A place I've never known, a place I've never known. Can see it in your eyes. Somewhere that you call home, somewhere that you call. Come on in, we've all been waiting. See a people there vibrating. Let's set sail, no destination, come play. Got my pupils dilated, flashing lights, I'm feeling pain. I can feel my face hurting. Ooh.
There we go. Starter number 1. We're going to do a quick volume check, make sure everything sounds right. Sounds good. We're off to a great start. Welcome on in, everybody. It's the start of a new LG season. We got LG Season 48 NCAA draft coming up here for you at the top of the hour, but we are going to have some things along the way. Let's do a quick volume check, see how things are going out there. We've got X-Dog here with us tonight. How are things going, Dog?
Good. Ready to get this started.
Looks like you're coming out the right channel as well. Gotta love that. Welcome on in, everybody. Good to see you, Dre. Top Shelf Bacon, welcome on in. Got a lot of things to catch up on here, so let me give, we had plenty of people join just in the last couple of days, so let me make sure everyone gets their due for what there is. Boom, 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 boom. And all these gifted, you're going to get to play multiple times. Because why not? That's the best thing to do. So, Tubtoes69, appreciate the follow. Yo, boy Riley14, welcome on in. Dazed, glad to have you here on the party. The Gersh, thank you for the follow. OGD Mac 92, thank you for the follow. Thank X Goalie, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Porter H 13890, a player I know is out there looking to get drafted tonight. Welcome on in. Jay Swain Man, welcome. J Momo 171717, appreciate the follow. We got some gifted subs coming in here. 5 gifted subs from one of our VIPs. That's right. Hockey 95618 getting the party started here right. So it's Book Nasty. Welcome to the booth. Classify. Welcome to the booth. Kel Poppy. Welcome to the booth. Dirty Dangles 99. Welcome to the booth. And Capitalize 94. Welcome to the booth. That's followed up by iLaces bringing in the follow. Thank you very much. Neon NHL, Will Killer 66, and Old Man Gamer 1973. Dead King 814 also hitting that follow button. So welcome on in, everybody. We've got extended coverage for you here tonight. That's right. The draft still doesn't start officially for another 41 minutes at this point. But Jolly Fog, Mike Fluffy also coming in with the follow. Glad to have everybody hanging out here with us on the Mezcast. We are building up here towards the draft. We're going to have a couple owner interviews. We'll do some NCAA owners here shortly. We got lots of first-time chatters out there. Welcome on in, Top Shelf Bacon, ATX Far. We got to play together earlier today. Blakey Bro and Neon NHL. Welcome on in, everybody. Or some of our old-timers out there as well. Gotta be Dre. Of course, Hockey 95618. Boss Games TV coming on in. So welcome on into the booth. And officially, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a hype train. Great place to start. Folks, we do appreciate the subscription as always. Don't forget, though, you can drop the bits. All donations, a.k.a. bits, this month, they're going towards new jackets, new suits, new ties. So always trying to bring new things here. Make sure y'all enjoy our coverage. If you're not familiar, your first time around, I'm an LG announcer. Normally, we're out here announcing everywhere from LG NCAA. Of course, that's what we'll be covering tonight primarily, or almost exclusively, all the way on up to LG NHL. So I had playoffs for all 5 leagues last season, and we are ready to rock and roll. What's going on, Big Truck 20? It is still catching up with all the alert boxes. And I think I have the wrong alert box. Oh, no, they're popping. They're popping. It's just catching up. I'm just way, way, way faster. So it's still on Old Man Gamer. I got through Mike Fluffy. We got through Buzz. So, yeah, we are set and ready to go. You got our questions, dog? I'm figuring we go 3 of the 5 with each. If we have time, we'll round back on people. But why don't we... Hell, let's just do it right straight out the gate. may take us just a moment to get everybody ready. I will work to cut the audio as quickly as possible. Obviously, warning for anybody. Everybody's on 2 strikes when you come on. So please be respectful. Please be appropriate. We welcome on in first Hockey. How you doing, Hockey?
I'm good. How are you, Mez?
I am very excited. Very excited. So I've officially completed a full season with LG, and now I come back. I feel like I'm out of my rookie season, and now I am ready to just help take LG Media to the next level.
Yeah, just don't do me a favor, get into a sophomore slump, okay?
Yeah, no, not at all, not at all. We have been focused. There was no off season. I'm championship hunting.
That's good. That's good.
So, Dog, why don't I let you take the first 2 questions?
Oh, welcome to the show, Hockey. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you? I'm ready to go. Been ready for a couple hours now.
Love to hear it. You love to hear it. So I want to start off with a few questions. How do you feel about using NCAA teams as your team names?
Oh, well, I love it. I actually am from Bowling Green. That's the team that I'm the Bowling Green Falcons, and I live in Bowling Green. And I went to Bowling Green, so it means a lot. I guess just a short answer. I guess I've always wanted to be a Falcon.
It's good to hear.
I understand that need completely. So I grew up around the University of Texas, didn't go there, and totally understand. I would, if I owned an NCAA team, it would be the University of Texas Longhorns, unquestionably. If they let me. I don't know if that's technically within LG rules, but with some of the team names I've seen out there, I gotta believe.
Yeah, Maction. I love Maction. Yeah, weekday Maction. Now we're talking top shelf.
So another question is, yeah. So how was your scouting process during the off season?
It was good. I started really, really early. I had my GM selection at the end, like during last season. I had already chosen my GM, assuming that I was going to get ownership again. My AGM was on our team last year as well. I was on the Air Force last year. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that topic. I prefer not to dive into how I scouted, who I scouted, the type of players I scouted. So I don't want to give away my draft report.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Not asking for anything crazy. Don't want to give away anything. So as much as you want to give or as little as you want to give, we completely understand. So a lot to be gained here, a lot to be seen from the different players and everything we've got.
Yeah, I also want to share my appreciation for you guys. I love that you guys, especially Mez, I love how you stream our games or stream games for NCAA. It helps
Absolutely
spread the word that the NCAA is not just the bottom feeder league. It's a league now, and I bet that Griggs appreciates it. I, as an owner, appreciate it, and I will keep appreciating it. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that very much. Definitely helps make it all happen. The support and love we get from everybody out there. So it means a lot.
Any other questions or?
I believe that means it's on to me, right? Well, I'll have you take one more. Sorry, I got a few things in action right now trying to set up for everything we got going on here.
You're good.
As an owner, how do you feel, like, what goes on into your mind, like, going into the draft?
Just be flexible. Know that players on my list are probably going to get taken. So being able to pivot and figure out, okay, who do I take next? Do I keep going with the plan that I want, or do I stay? Do I plan with that I want, meaning the player that I want, or do I stay on that position track? Um, like, do I go? Okay, so say round 5 comes around, the guy I wanted to take round 5 isn't available. Do I stay and take that position that I spotted at round 5, or do I just take the next guy on my list? Or do I think that, hey, I think he's going to be there in round 6? Who do I think is going to who's going to be off the board that I know is a good player that I've played with, it's going to be taken before my next pick?
There's a question in chat. I feel like I want to jump in instantly. Is for Old Man Gamer 1973. What's your best advice for a TC? I want to start with this, and I'll certainly take opinions afterwards. But I'm a person who played one season in LG, and I spent a portion of that season as a TC. Obviously, most people will give you the advice of be patient. Be available is certainly an important thing. I would say enjoy the ride. So I started in the CHL. I got cut after week 1. I spent several weeks on the TC. I got drafted in the NCAA. Before I could even start in the NCAA, I got pulled up because I got traded in the CHL. That my rights got traded there. So I got called up and finished out the season there. And it was a minor league experience for me there. Here, you know what? Why don't we'll fix that? That's a problem. We'll take care of that. I'll give Old Man Gamer a second here to catch up because everybody just got hit with the ad. Why don't we just... Which is like, no, you don't want to do that. Boom. All right, old man. Let me know when you're back. Any final questions we have for hockey before he hops into the war room to get ready for his draft?
Good old war room. That would be all for me, Mez.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I got one. Who's your favorite? Who are you most scared of, ownership-wise? Who's put together a great, at least owner or GM? If you don't know, an AGM is not necessarily required, but you can be added to your roster.
Yeah, no, I've been looking at it. There are a couple teams that I'm definitely not afraid of. I'm not gonna mention those. Couple names that I am scared of. Let me look again. Michigan Tech. They added a pretty decent AGM, and of course they're a division rival for myself. I'd watch out for them, and then he's gonna like this, but West Point, I'm a little shaky. I'm pretty good friends with their owner. And their AGM was on my team last year as well. And then Alaska is another team that I would be that I have to mention there.
Okay, so some familiarity. Does it breed contempt? Maybe we'll find out by the end of the season. But appreciate on coming on in here, and let me work to get our next person on in. We appreciate you very much. Good luck in the draft, and have a great season.
Thanks. Good luck tonight, everyone.
Good luck, everybody. We're going to bring on our next year. This is going to be Captain Carter 45. Says the IA owner. Welcome on in, Captain Carter. How's your evening going?
Oh, man, you have no idea. I've had the longest week of my life, but it's been great.
But now we have arrived here at the pinnacle. Good to see you out there in chat, Isles. Old man, I'll get back to you in just a second, and I'll tell you what, we've taken away ads for the rest of the night. Want to make sure that you get to see every last little bit of this. So make sure you sub up for the rest of the season. That'll get you the ad-free, but tonight for the draft, it feels right that you get to see everything that we do here. So all of the LG Season 48 NCAA draft will be ad-free the rest of the way. So my advice for you, old man gamer, is beyond just the basic of be patient, be available. It's enjoy the ride. So treat it like a minor league experience. Treat it like that. And I think it will help a lot with the mentality of getting through it, especially when you feel like you haven't had a chance. Be available for practices. Maybe somebody misses. That's your way in. Bust the Dimes coming in with the Prime subscription. So Bust the Dimes, welcome on into the Prime booth. Appreciate you joining us here. But I think the most important thing, truly, no matter what piece you're at, enjoy the ride. Even if you get called up to the league that you want to be, even the team that you want to be, you make a fall, you don't quite make it there. I really want to see people get to a point of just enjoying that. I think that's the most important thing you can do. So we'll transition on over to Captain Carter.
Well, first thing I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
this past Tuesday, I just turned 26 and also moved into my new apartment.
Nice.
So it has been an unbelievably crazy week for me.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I have been.
That's a lot. That's a lot of things to do.
You have no idea. I'm not joking when I say I have scouted every night for the past 3 weeks, and I work at 6 a.m. every morning. So I have been on the grindstone.
Understand completely. Isles, welcome on into the Prime booth, resubscribing for his 3rd month. Glad to have you back, buddy, and appreciate you out there as always. Chris Reese says, welcome in, everybody. I keep losing where I put my list of questions. There we go. Got it. So, why did you select the NCAA team that you utilize as your team name?
It's pretty simple. I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere out in eastern Iowa, and I grew up loving the Hawkeyes. So
Okay.
they might not have much of a hockey team, but you hear the name Iowa Hawkeyes, you probably heard something about them here in the recent past year or two.
I have, the big question I have is, how can those tight ends come through that football program, and yet that offense seems to be stuck in about 1938? A question not for us to solve, but
it is a good question, and it is why I watch way more hockey than I watch football.
Understandable. Well, hopefully you'll bring some great respect to that Iowa Hawkeye name.
You're damn right.
So, I think you kind of touched on it briefly. My question we have certainly for sure is, how did you survive and overcome the challenges of scouting? It sounds like you're a little bit ready for the end. So let me rephrase the question. Are you thankful that you don't have to scout lines for this week? You've got 1 week to get ready.
With the way my scouting went, if the draft was in 3 weeks, I'd still be doing it every day. The people I scouted, everyone, it was a very good time. So I was a CHL owner on PSN here, 3-4 years ago. That did not go well. The scouting was a nightmare. The players, I had issues with some of the players. It was bad. But this time around, it feels like a completely different environment. We've really set ourselves up for success. But yeah, I love scouting, and I had a great, huge group of good personalities and good players. So that's all you can ask, right?
It really is. So not having to deal with a dickhead is a wonderful time.
I will say I only had to kick one player for my Discord in the past month. So that's not bad for bad behavior, being toxic. So not bad at all.
And reminder, old man gamer, just because you haven't been taken in the CHL, you could be taken here tonight in the NCAA draft. That would put you on a live active roster. So one of the biggest advantages I love of getting to cover the NCAA is getting to see the new talent, people that are coming up. There are a lot of great people that are going to be great for all levels of hockey. And I say all levels, and I want people to understand the grand scale of this. There are 3,000 plus active positions in LG.
That's crazy. That's insane.
I want people to understand the scale of what you guys are playing with. You are playing in a league with 3,000 plus other people. So something very important to take in. And really, I think it's even more impactful. I continue to harp on it because I came in right at the beginning of it all with the merger just the beginning of this year with NHL 24, is the impact of PlayStation and Xbox coming together. I still see a lot of division of, I don't want to add that guy because I want to be in an Xbox party or I want to be in a PSN party. So I still think there's been some hesitancy to cross the lines a little bit, but I think it's owners, teams, GMs, players, everything that are willing to cross that barrier are going to see their game grow, as well as their team grow. So,
Yeah, I've been playing in an all Xbox league here the last few months, and it has gone great. I needed a change of pace from some of the PlayStation leagues I played in, and those Xbox guys, they know what they're doing. I was pretty pleasantly surprised. So
okay. See, we got an A. Grigley spotting out there in chat. NCAA commissioner. All 3 seasons. That's right. This is officially the 3rd season the NCAA is up and running. Because, again, we've got that many positions available. How do we get that high? Well, there's 17 positions available, 3 lines plus 2 goalies. There are 32 teams at the NHL level. There are 32 teams at the AHL level. There are 32 teams at the ECHL level. There are 64 teams at the CHL level. And we have 24 teams drafting here tonight as part of the NCAA. Break it all up. You've got more than 3,100 players. And that doesn't even count. That's not even everybody. That does not count the TCs that are going to be undrafted that are going to have a lot of opportunity. Another big note for Gamer before I pass this off here. Some people are going to be called up to the CHL. It's going to happen early in the season. It's going to happen late in the season. So multiple opportunities, even if there's not an initial roster spot. Somebody take it away. Dog, was it you going to go next?
Yes, sir. Here's a question. How do you feel about tonight?
honestly, I'm really excited. One of my AGM that I have known him for 7 years. He was my AGM and the previous time I owned. We are really, really close friends. We met online playing hockey in the 2018 beta and have been playing together consistently ever since. So we've been putting the nose on the grindstone, and we've got a list of some pretty good players. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
It's really good to hear, man. You love to see guys in the NCAA like getting really excited for the season. And like you said, like the NCAA is just like any other league in LG. You know, it doesn't matter. Like even if like you're considered the bottom of the barrel, but in reality, it's just another league like the CHO and stuff. So it's good to have a confidence going into a draft like this for sure.
Absolutely. And even more exciting to wear that Iowa logo. I'm so excited. You have no idea. I know it's not the real logo because we're not that lucky, but close enough.
Bez, you got any other questions?
Nope. I think we got to keep rolling on, trying to get everybody in here that wants to be a part of it. Appreciate you very much for coming on, giving us the answers.
Thank you so much, guys. It's great talking to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on a great week, a tough week, but challenging week. You survived it. Reminder for everybody out there, surviving the day is a noble cause. Don't ever forget that. So good luck with your draft. Good luck with the season.
I'm for my birthday, so.
Well, you got some war room work to do first.
Oh yeah, we'll be sitting in the war room with the drink in our hand. Let's go get it.
Crush it. Get it done.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on.
Have a good night, guys.
Trying to see who was next, making sure I've got everybody here, trying to squeeze everybody in. Appreciate you, dog. Making sure we get through the questions. I try to prepare everything here, making sure that we are 100% for our go live.
Yes, sir. Currently sitting at about 80 people watching.
We are up there for sure. I don't even think we've been promoted on the website yet. Don't believe so. So that's one of the things I'm working on out there. That's why I appreciate you taking on this, making sure we can get ourselves live. checking on Hail to Hockey. He's going to join us in a little while. We'll have other guests throughout the night as well.
Can't wait.
Double checking everybody. What's up, Galactica Penguin? Good to see you out there. DeReal Jerry, welcome on back. Appreciate the confidence and the approval on my word, ATX Far. Got messages everywhere. If I don't get an answer here shortly, we're gonna swap. Yep, we're gonna move past Blake. We're gonna take a GM. Oh, hang on. I sent you the invite to the Discord because you should join now. ATX Far, welcome on into the Prime booth. Glad to have you here with us. And welcome on in Blake.
Yep.
Who's Avabomb?
That's my general manager.
Okay, got it. We got the double combo here. All right, well, gentlemen, I think it's the important one to start with. Why Alaska?
We're Ohio State.
I'm sorry. Why Ohio State?
Yeah, you're all good. Well, originally it came from me and Abe the Bomb's best friend, who's also our general manager. He's a huge Ohio State fan, and we just kind of surprised him with it.
Okay. Love it.
So, being in the NCAA management, do you guys like choose? I'm not too sure. Do you guys like choose what team you want? Like it can be any team.
Yeah, we were offered. I mean, Edgar's the commissioner, kind of just asked what team we'd like, and I mean, that was the first thing that came to my mind when I knew Caden was gonna be my general manager, was to ask if they had the Ohio State open.
That's awesome. I'm kind of like interested in that. Like that's pretty cool that you can like choose whatever college team out there, and you can just say, oh, I want to be like, I don't know, Appalachian State or something. Like that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Brings a
That's
certain
very
uniqueness to it all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say very unique.
That's why I think it's an important question to ask of, like, you know, why? What's important to you? Because again, that's what it's the individuality that we bring not only to our teams, but the passion that we bring to make this all happen.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think is the biggest challenge of owning in the NCAA?
Avery?
Besides getting trade calls while you're live on the Mezcast.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say for the at least for the scouting part of it was just organizing the games, getting players in, because it's a lot of invites being sent out and all that.
Absolutely, totally understand that need. It is
Yeah, a big organizational factor going into
Yeah,
it.
we went from 50 people in our Discord starting out when I got the ownership role, and we built it all the way up to around 100 people. But it was definitely pretty hard to get new people and new faces and try to mix lines together and see who we would like to take together.
It's a lot of work. Even being a player, just trying to, you know, hop in game. Hey, I'm over here, or, you know, especially if you play a tougher to scout position. I feel like defense. If you're a defender, people are just begging for you everywhere all the time. Hey, please show up. If you're a warm body that plays defense, please show up for scouting.
No, 100%.
Goalie was tough.
Okay, so some goalie challenges.
Yeah.
All right.
It helped though with our general manager, Caden, being a goalie, so he was always there 24/7 to help us out.
It's what I think provides a unique balance. We've got such a thinner defensive pool. We see it every year, every season after season. They provide the numbers of how many are signed up at each position, and it's usually significantly forwards, especially your wingers. Goalies towards the bottom, but defenders are just desperately needed. Davin KT420, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you hanging out here on the Mezcast. We've got Dog in the booth with us. We've also got Blake and Avabomb, the owner and GM for Ohio State, or should I say, I guess, the Ohio State. I'll allow myself to go there.
But yeah, during our scouting games, that's definitely like you said. We had left wingers and right wingers booming out of
Uh-huh.
the area, like over 7 slots per game. So, and then defense, I think we had maybe 2 on one slot, and then like a right D was always only one person.
Exactly. It's always a challenge. Lamu 7887. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. And Biggie Triple G 22. Glad to have you here. That's you'll notice Biggie right there on stream. You'll see my own Mezcast jersey that I've got. It is number 22. So got some love for you there right out the gate. Bray4X in chat says OSU favorite school. Deserve to be there. So all right, some appealing there, trying to get things going. A Grigley says there won't be an issue finding goalies this season. So sounds like we've got enough for everything that we've got going on. Thanks for the love out there, FanX goalie. Let me give you the full get up here. That's right. We got suit, we got tie. That's the only way to get it done here. That's what I'm always doing when I'm announcing games. So why not do it here for the draft? Misleading Pickle. Appreciate the follow, and what an interesting name. Okay. Dog, any final questions here for our Ohio State management group?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably like quite obvious, but I was gonna ask, like, who do you see obviously as your main rival going into the season? I mean, it has to be Michigan, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we're gonna be taking it with some heart when we play them. Especially, I know our keeper is definitely gonna want to stout his numbers when we play them, show him who's better. So,
okay.
Michigan, we're coming for you.
If our goalie loses to Michigan, it'll be a problem.
So the traditional rivalry straight out the gate. Meanwhile,
We'll be ready for Michigan.
Grumption Character coming in with the tier 1 sub straight out the gate. So Gumption Character, welcome on into the booth. I don't think I've ever even seen a follow or a message from you. So appreciate you coming in, that you love it that much. So appreciate it very much. We may struggle here, Toasted. I got time for maybe one more interview. So we appreciate you very much, Avabom and Blake, for joining us here. Want to try to get one more in here before we get started.
Yep. Thank you very much. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, y'all, to the season. Have a great season and have a great draft night. It all starts here, everybody.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Do we have time for one more? I'll go with Alaska's GM. Because looks available and quick. Dog, I'll let you run these questions, working on our last little bit of getting everything live.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Hey, Cornsby 88. I'm good.
Yeah. What's up?
So tell me about yourself, man.
Nothing. 22, chilling hockey, live in New York, not Alaska. Yeah.
All right, so that works perfectly. Why Alaska then?
B-Rad's the owner is from Alaska. To be honest, I just learned what the heck a Nanook was about 20 minutes ago.
I can't say I'm familiar on that one. Oh, Toasted O, appreciate the follow.
Apparently it's a polar bear.
Okay. I'll have to take your word for it at this point, but we will certainly find out more. We'll see how the draft is going to unfold for you. How have you survived the process of scouting?
Pretty good. We scouted a decent amount. Probably didn't get as much games in as we wanted to, but we have a good idea of some of the players we want, and we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. We've got, I believe that's Hail to Hockey joining us in here. He'll be joining us throughout the rest of the night, or at least for as long as he can stay once we get started. Dog, what question do you have for the GM here of Alaska?
was the biggest challenge of scouting for you?
Honestly, the biggest challenge was probably just getting the games in. But once we got the lineup set and we were running. It was just a lot of like off ice issues between, like myself, like running games because I've had some health issues thanks to work. But outside of that, yeah, it was just like getting the games in.
Uh, did you? What was the hardest position you've like realized like to find like to get games in with?
If you're willing to share, don't want to have a run on anybody because of any information you provide.
I'm not gonna say names because definitely active people in there, and it's not a knack on anyone. Probably out of positions that signed up the least, probably defense.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a defenseman myself, so it's kind of tough to toss that in there because then it kind of leaves with one.
Yep.
But more so like the defense aspect. And yeah.
That's pretty well said. Now, with you being in Alaska, who do you see as your like biggest rival in like the whole NCAA?
I don't know. I'll go Wisconsin just because me and B-Rads was on that Wisconsin team last year, so still boys, but like a friendly little rivalry, you know.
Absolutely.
Want to take it down every day, every game we play them.
I think I think that typically ends up making for the best kinds of teams, and yeah, it really pushes your own roster when you're forced to do that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think I do want to share before we get started, just so I can focus on making sure I call this out before we start seeing more names come on in there. Robert Morris University. This is the team. I really, really like this management group. I personally got my ass handed to me earlier today by IKEA manager. He's the owner for Robert Morris. He's got Hayden in goal, so as his GM, I think they've got a really good structure and setup. So I think if they find some great scorers to put around the rest of that, I think they could be a formidable team. So a team's name I hadn't heard mentioned to this point that I wanted to give a shout out. Good to see you out there, Lefevre. Final question here. How do you manage the risk of key players being called up? Like, does it impact your draft strategy?
Yes and no. I think the goal is to put the best team out on the ice possible. And that's also doing a good job at finding trades or like additions, you know what I mean? And
absolutely,
it's part of the game. Unless you're at the NHL level, it's part of LG. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
I think every team's gonna go through it. Wisconsin last year, we had a ton of call ups, and you know it's just something you work through as an owner and GM, constantly looking at waiver wires, things like that.
100%. Well, perfect. I got to let you go on that one, so we make sure we get everybody on in, but appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here on the Mezcast Cornsby. That, again, the GM of Alaska. Have a great draft, and good luck to you this season. Lefevre says, I'm hoping for, like, 4th round. We'll take a look. We'll certainly give you a shout-out. Lefevre, we know you've been here a long time here on the Mezcast, so appreciate everybody hanging out there. It seems we've got quite the audience. We're up to 190 people. Manitoba Kid 2023, appreciate the follow. And Corona Mig Virus, welcome on in as well. I'd like to take just a few moments here before we get started. I put together some notes and kind of want to give you all a little build up here. This was certainly approved by Griggs. So, ladies and gentlemen, coaches, athletes, and fans, welcome to the grand spectacle of talent, strategy, and passion. The LG NCAA 48 draft. Tonight, we gather not just to select players, but to mark the beginning of journeys that will be etched in the annals of LG NCAA history. As we stand on the precipice of another thrilling season, let us take a moment to reflect on the incredible legacy that this league has built over the years. For those that don't know, League Gaming, aka LG here, is celebrating its 21st birthday this month. That's right, it can now drink at the Beer League. This is season 48 of LG, though the NCAA is significantly newer. This is officially its third season since its rebuild up. But we've had a lot of historic moments already. The draft is more than just a selection process. It's the start of new stories, new rivalries, which we've already hit on, and new triumphs. It's where scouting efforts and meticulous evaluations meet the raw, unfiltered talent of our athletes. It's where dreams take flight and where the future of new LG talent show their skill sets. Tonight, we will see young stars from all corners of the country, and I dare say both countries, because we know LG has got a very 50-50 U.S.-Canadian split, each bringing their own unique flair, determination, and dreams to the forefront. To them, we say, welcome. This is your moment. The world is watching, and the stage is yours. If you're a TC that does not get drafted tonight, the season is not over. There is still plenty to come. Players are going to get called up. We've already mentioned it several times. That means you are going to have the ability to move on. So as we embark on this journey together, let's celebrate the spirit of competition, the pursuit of excellence, and the unbreakable bond that unites us all in the game that we love. Whether you're here to scout for the next big talent, you CHL owners and GMs out there, to cheer for your favorite team from your local area you grew up, or to witness history in the making, tonight is yours. So without much further ado, we are just about 2 minutes away from first picks going live here to get us kicked off for the LG NCAA Season 48 draft. All right. Sorry to be me, but felt certainly appropriate. I have one final thought I'd like to give out. Tomorrow is Father's Day. Life is short. Even if you haven't spoke to your pops in a while, give him a call tomorrow. It's important we as men take care of each other and we build a community with each other. That's one of my favorite parts about LG, is the community that we build together. So welcome on in, whether it's your first time, whether it's you've been here every time. We love having you here on the Mezcast and the community that we are building here in the Chell community. So happy Father's Day, everybody. I'm getting to celebrate officially my third one, and it's been wonderful so far. Just the weekend even. Jacques the Red coming in with the prime sub. So Jacques the Red, welcome back to the booth. Good to see you here, buddy. I'll get the 5 other gifted here in just a moment. I want to make sure I get full live, that we don't miss anything. We gotta kill our ads there. We show our rosters. We'll get slid up, get ourselves into the draft. And ladies and gentlemen, the season is officially started.
Let's go.
Whoops, I put it on the wrong screen, but we'll fix that real quick. Let's blow this up. We'll get a real tight look at this draft order. And there it is, the first pick straight out the gate. Northside Jane taken by the Minnesota Gophers. Our first pick here, currently an LG record of 5-11-1. I see we've got some subs to acknowledge. We'll get to that here in a moment, but wanted to start right here. A 5-11-1 record so far. Let's see if we can get recent games. 22 years old, Northside Jane, a new member. No post, that's all we've got here in the moment. It's followed up, Michigan State takes Dazed. Dog and Hail to Hockey, feel free to jump in at any time whenever you've got someone you want to talk about.
Oh, welcome, Hale.
Hey, buddy. This guy is a legend.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
You, bro. You do a fantastic job. I don't even know what to say.
I appreciate it. I absolutely love this. So I love that LG has gotten me here. We've done well. Let me call off. Actually, we've gotten the promotion. Wizya, if you're out there. Couldn't remember the tag. But we got it. We got me live on the website. So appreciate everybody trying to help make everything happen. We're waiting here for our third pick. So far, Minnesota and Michigan State have selected. Now, let's go ahead and catch up. We've got some love to give out there for sure. So, the 5 gifted subs came in from Dirty Who. So, 5 gifted subs. Dirty Who, that means you're getting a VIP badge, buddy. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. But appreciate the 5 gifted subs you've given. So, the Big Cat, welcome to the booth. Wintroop, welcome to the booth. Galactica Penguin, homie out there, welcome to the booth. Eastbound and Shell, welcome to the booth. And E-Dubs92, welcome to the booth. What's going on, Jarvie? He's rooting for MSU. Oh, and we've got a quick barrage of picks. The Ohio State has taken XX Rage 0666. Brigham Young, I believe that is, has taken X Big D 15X. Merino has gone to Robert Morris. Like I said, watch out for that group. So I'm interested to check out that pick. X Shreds goes to Bowling Green and Maine on their pursuit back to a deep playoff run, going up against they take Heisman Award at number 7 overall. Who's your favorite pick you've seen so far?
To be honest, I only really know Treads.
I was going to say, I'm familiar with Treads' work for sure. Many of the others were escaping me. All right, sorry, LG. I've got to do it. It for professional work. I gotta turn it off. You see, I had the ads on. I'm trying to make it all happen. We got Driz coming in with the Prime sub. So Driz, buddy, welcome back. Welcome to the Prime booth, and he pops in the 8 bits as well. Appreciate the biddies. They are headed towards the funds, towards a new suit, some new ties. Of course, we got the gray jacket on tonight. Hard to see at the wide range, but rocking the Pokemon Death Star pin tonight. There's no other way to describe it other than that. We've had a few other picks here. We see the Air Force Falcons have taken Thomas 18.
How did he drop?
And that is Michigan Tech taking Hell's Disciple.
Thomas,
that is?
Yeah, Thomas 18. How did he drop?
I mean, hey, some people just don't know. So clearly you're in the know about Thomas 18. Why don't you tell me? What should we know about this man?
I believe he was a draft pick. Was he not, dog, last year?
Wow, former AHL player experience.
Yeah,
okay.
300 games played on CHL. I know. I played some games with him before. He's a good player.
All right. Yeah,
Played in the A last season.
he's played he's played a little bit of everywhere for sure. I'm seeing that. Spent some time in the CHL, got called up to the AHL. It looks like last game May 15th. Welcome on in, everybody. We have hit officially 300 viewers here on the Mezcast. All right, it dropped, but it was there. I saw the triple digits.
I did.
We take a look here, waiting for our next refresh. There we go. So Michigan Tech was the one who took Hell's Disciple. Don't remember if I officially said their name. Jack Hughes, EASHL 86. So appreciate the follow and welcome on in here to the Mezcast. We got LG Season 48 NCAA draft coverage here. We've got X-Dog in the booth. We've got Hail to Hockey providing commentary as we go along. Las Venus Use 21. Appreciate the follow. Driz, officially appreciate the follow in addition to the, now I'm questioning if that's a different Driz than I know. Plenty to catch up on here. Is that Virginia Tech? Sean Kesey is the selection.
It's just Virginia.
Just Virginia?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Virginia Tech is more of an auburn maroonish color. Demons, he's going to Colorado College. Army takes Voltage Envy. Canisius, they take Abba Zaba 24. Yale's going to take Venom Liger. And the University of Florida, they take Apollo Kurosaki. Meanwhile, Sherb 9, appreciate the follow, and X Big D 15X Congratulations on your number 4 overall selection. The South Carolina Gamecocks, they select Def Shark. Mitchie Man hits the follow button, so welcome on in as well. We're making our run towards 900, folks. In fact, I'll go ahead and get that up. Well, it's been a flurry of action, but who do you want to talk about, gents?
I'm surprised
I want to mention.
Apollo dropped too, bro. Like I'm really shocked with that too. He has a lot of veteran experience.
Yeah,
can-
Apollo, Els,
Yep.
Abazaba, few guys, especially Thomas. Like, how did an AHL guy drop all the way down to the NCAA?
I mean, it happens.
just-
I'm just
Yep.
good for them. Though.
Yep. Like I said, there's so many players now when you've got both Xbox and PSN together that if people aren't ready, people aren't prepared, it just it doesn't happen. I'm going to go ahead and do a full refresh here so we can remove
That's a
our
great-
ads. I believe we've got 24. Yeah, we've got 24 teams. So we are 2/3 the way through the first round. We will have a snake draft. So that is one of the unique things here about the NCAA as opposed to some of the other leagues. Most of the others, they are bidding leagues. You have a pool. You can bid on players. If you want to drop $13 million on one player, you can do that.
I would never do that.
I think I heard that happen recently. So looking through the list again, the big name that sticks out to me is X Treads. But yeah, seeing some AHL players drop is certainly a shocker to me. Looks like Dazed is from Regina, hey, second largest city in Saskatoon. Excuse me, in Saskatchewan, behind Saskatoon. Surik, if you're out there, let me tell you something about a friend of mine named Jimmy. I don't have to refresh. I forget it's auto doing that. All right, a couple more picks coming in. Arizona Sun Devils, they're going to start with Koopa EXE. And the University of Massachusetts, the Minutemen, they respond by taking X Bure 10X. Daze says it comes in. Dazed is the first time chatter that says it's the capital of Saskatchewan. Hey, I certainly try to learn what I can. I'm originally from Texas, so a little far removed. Some of these Canadian names, towns, provinces, they still throw me a little bit, but you can certainly forget about it for whatever it is. It's a cheeky little show, if you're not familiar. Wisconsin gets I Am Turok 420, and Michigan takes Hell 37. I'm going to guess that Turok is probably late to mid-30s. Yep, got it right. 34 years old is I Am Turok. That one felt like a gimme. That felt like an easy dunk. By the way, if you haven't heard the word, beware LG Media on the ice.
Yes, sir.
We dismantled the team earlier.
Oh God, yeah.
I believe it was about 7-1 after the first period. It was an absolute brutal beatdown. So we had to slow down. We had to slow down and play just pass the puck. Let's play some great hockey, some great takeaway. It was an interesting moment, but beware the LG Media. We are fearful. Genetic, I did play earlier today with Minnesota one game when I had a chance. While my daughter was taking a nap. So I did play against you earlier, I believe, or I played against somebody. But I got to play with Minnesota earlier today. But no, this was later. This was before our stream. In fact, that's when we decided to ramp things up. You'll notice we have gotten started here early, and now we have come around to the back end of the first round. So let's zoom in here. We'll get a little tighter, get you a little bit better viewing angle here. Iowa, that's right, the Hawkeyes, they're taking OVH84. Temple takes Random Gamer 1231. Uh-oh, I have one that's confusing me. Albany? Who is this? Who is this A? Hoagie.
Hoagie time.
Just got taken.
Time, I know that guy.
Yeah, I know Hoagie. Hoagie's a good player.
Mez, I got some news.
Bring it.
Lost Games mentioned to bring up Koopa's stats.
Koopa EXE.
But, oh, Kubi.
Bringing it up. 12-8-0 in the NCAA. Spent some time in AHL back when it was just PSN. Spent some time in the regular AHL. So somebody who has fallen. A good record back when it was PSN CHL.
Oh, wow.
So good amount of experience. That's why I love getting to see what happens here at the NCAA level. People always fall. It's going to happen. Again, folks, there are 3,000 people. There are 3,000 active player positions. I do need help if one of y'all will check. Who is this A team? They have taken Q Tete. Interesting name. And Hoagie Time. But sandwiched in between that, it's the Maryland Terrapins. They take Doc Plonker and followed up immediately with Spot Junior 25. Temple takes I'm on a Plane. Hey, I'm on a Boat is one of my absolute favorite karaoke songs. So yeah, if we have enough, maybe one day I will bless you all with my On a Boat. It is certainly a karaoke one that I bust out from time to time. Iowa takes Shiloh Moxie. Big Truck 20, he's going to Michigan. PGH Fanatic is now a Wisconsin Badger. And UMass with the 31st overall pick. They're going to take Namphy Phantom. Who scares you? Who confuses you? What head scratcher you got going on?
Back to that guy Koopa, if you don't mind me bringing him back up.
Yeah, no.
He actually had a season where he put up 103 points in season 6 of CHL PSN.
Okay.
So, I mean, that could be a sleeper. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's been a while.
24, 3-3. So let's take a look at his recent play. So looks like this is one reason. Spent some time in the NCAA, but maybe just didn't get scouted enough, didn't get enough time in the playoffs. So we've got some issues there. What's going on, the Scarata? Good to see you out there. We got the party going on here for the season 48 stream. And tomorrow we'll follow it up with quad box coverage. That's right. If you didn't see what I did for the end of the playoffs, I believe the videos are still available and out there on my stream as VODs. I will run an LG NHL game, an AHL game, an ECHL game, and a CHL game all at the same time there in the quad box. Maybe as we get later in the season, we'll pull back out the Octo boxes we briefly had. That was just pure insanity. Looked like the setup from the Brady Bunch. To answer some questions around. That question might have been deleted by a moderator from Rorex. Who got bid? Alaska Fairbanks. Thomas is in the AHL, is going to have 120 points. All right, so RTC making some stuff out there. I will have NCAA coverage as well. It'll probably not be as extended as it was last season, so trying to get behind the net. And, of course, we have had a big call out for media here. So that's why we've got X-Dog with us tonight. We've got Hail to Hockey. We've got the full party going on out here.
I think this season.
That's Alaska. Okay, the A is Alaska. Thank you, Goalie Llama. I feel crazy. I'm sorry I couldn't find it. There, you guys even said it in chat a few times. It's hard. It's hard. You guys threw, what was it, like Bahamas or Bermuda at me last season? I still say I think the hardest I've had to do ever, straight up matchup wise, is the Charlotte Checkers versus the Chicago Wolves. That one kicked my butt a lot.
Wait, why? If you don't mind me asking.
I just the chuz. Just yeah, you really have to chew and bite through. Yeah, chewing. Maddox says it's time to hydrate. We'll go ahead and do so. That's right. You're not even supposed to put. I was going to say, we got to roll down here. Arizona State, they've taken KL Legacy 24. Jamar Laxon 458. He's now a South Carolina Gamecock. J-Mac 16 Mac going to local, losing my mind, SEC rival Florida. Yale takes Blue Brick Wall. Canisius takes Doc 77. I believe Doc may have been with Canisius last season if I am correct. And super goalie with Army.
Yeah. Doc's a really good player. I've scouted him a couple of times.
Like seeing good talent fall to the second round. Plenty
Yep.
of availability. 8-9-1 officially was how his season went.
Yeah, he's a good dude. That's a
And
good pick.
I don't think I can get deeper into the actual. Yeah, it just shows, especially now that he's been taken by that, it shows gone and removed. So we'll take off of this. Beeper 513, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. We are running our way up towards a possible goal of 900 tonight. Glad to have everybody here. It's been a flurry. I think I missed quite a few people a little bit back, so let me make sure that I get everybody. Manitoba, I know I got. Corona McVirus, I know I got. Darian Pie 55, appreciate the follow. Big Uzi 3000, thank you very much for the follow. Iconoclast 86, thank you for the follow. Jack, we got Lost Venues. We got Sure, Big D Man, Bitchy, not Bitchy, Mitchy Man 21, sorry. We got a couple more slinging it in right out there, all willy-nilly 25 like, look how we did that. Willy-nilly 25, appreciate the follow. Dirty Dangles 99, appreciate the follow. And we're gonna have to start watching out for it. Don't make me have to work too far. Don't make I'm calling out now. I know the hijinks. I know how to watch out for your hijinks out there, chat. I know what y'all do sometimes. But we'll catch up here. Hellfish Harper, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Let me get you back on over to draft coverage here.
That's a good pick.
What do you like?
Go 16, phenomenal player.
Okay.
He has no stats. Great player though.
Okay. So go 16, maybe sliding in under the radar. Goes in the second round to the Colorado College Tigers. Virginia takes Acuna Hurtatas. That'll be a fun one to announce all season, I'm sure. Michigan Tech, they take Snovechkin. Love the combo. A couple other people to catch up on. OKE God 22, appreciate the follow. Tay C 410, thank you very much. And Seabass 4501. I know it doesn't say Bass. Sabas maybe. Either way, are they ill-tempered? That's my question about the Seabass. Serve it however you'd like. I want to know if it's ill-tempered, whether it has the laser or not. Double checking all the messages. There's so much. I feel truly running a command station here. All Jacques Derez says, let's go ahead and take a hydrate. You're right. We're an hour and 15 minutes in. We are into the second round. LG season 48 NCAA draft. Who's going to get drafted? And hey, folks, adding on, if you're still out there, old man gamer, another reminder, just because you're not, it doesn't matter when you get drafted. It matters what you contribute to your team. I would argue if you get drafted later and you provide a ton of value, you could be the reason that your team wins a cup. So these are the things that I love to keep adding out there. This is a journey. This is an experience. And if you allow yourself to have that experience, you're going to have a lot more fun time because you may experience some challenging moments. You're going to have teams absolutely kick the crap out of you. Trust me, I've got a minus overall plus minus in I'm a 3-8-3 player in the CHL. We got TFC United fan 94. Appreciate the follow. And Cloyoka coming in, coming back to be welcomed back into the booth for the fourth time. So Cloyoka, welcome back to the booth. 2 more months, you get the upgraded badge. You'll see it here with me before too long. Snipes 1986. Appreciate the follow. We continue to trickle closer and closer on the way there. A couple more draft picks coming in. There's a perfect refresh. Poppy 34 goes to the Falcons. Nutty Outlaw 13 is now a Maine Black Bear. Bowling Green takes Coochie Maine. Had to work on that one. The Bale guy looks a lot like that Braille guy. Not sure there. For Robert Morris, Little Deaky 7866 has gone to BYU, and Skip is with Ohio State. Double checking messages that we've got here.
That's a good pickup for Poppy.
Yeah, that's solid. That was just
Yeah, he
looking
was
at
on the
his-
Winterhawks last year.
This
I mean,
is
not the Winterhawks.
this is Skip
Oh.
to Ohio State, or
Team was he? Yeah, he was on the Royals last year.
Desire Solar. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. The beeper says he sees himself. We'll scroll on down. We get officially to the end of the second round. We are back to the top of the order to start round 3.
Did we get to give some shout outs? Do you mind if I give a shout out?
Give me just one moment. We got Northside
yeah.
Jane bringing in the follow. Appreciate that. I believe Northside Jane was number 1 overall. So welcome on into the party. Hey, Suzuki. Beeper, hopefully you see your name called here before too long. Not Westy. Interesting name. Not a West Highland Terrier. What we got going on there? Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. OB Karchi. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Kai Lardliao. It's probably one where you can't have quite an L on it. It's got to be more of an agenda type situation. Let me finish up the shouts we got here. Dave NKT420 is a Michigan State Spartan. Kai Allard Liao, a Minnesota Golden Gopher. The Boss NYC, they take back-to-back. Mr. Snow Owen, Michigan State Spartans. Ohio State, Pucky 3791. Fraudy, BYU. Robert Morris takes Topsy Kretz. Carmel, shout out to you, homie, out there to Bowling Green. Big Brown Kid goes to Maine. I like that pickup a lot in the third round for Big Brown Kid. I think he's going to score a fair amount of goals if that's who I think that is. But, gents, who do you want to give your shout-outs to?
I wanted to give a shout out to Greasy. He's in the Twitch chat. He was one of the rookies this year that entered LG. First-time player, too. He got picked up by the Rangers. He's one of my boys. So I just wanted to give a little shout-out.
Absolutely. There's some love out there. It says Greasy is dirty. OB Bergie's Deek. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. How does a guy who's 57, 48, and 7 in the LGCHL PSN slip down? I mean, I think that's a good enough record. He probably should have, hasn't been in the NCAA, so maybe it's some time away. Oh, yeah, this is somebody coming back. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is somebody coming back. Welcome back, Big Brown Kid. You're not who I thought you were unless you are associated with another league that I announced. We'll leave it at that. Waiting for our next refresh of who's getting out there. Any other shout-outs for you, homies?
Are we allowed to give suggestions? No, I don't want to give anybody names away.
I would definitely prefer that we wait until after selections are made. When you see a selection, call it a steal. I think that's the way I'd like to go here. So don't want to impact too much. We'll wait. Maybe come round 5, round 7. Maybe we'll talk about some guys. So we certainly see it done in all the big leagues. They will certainly give you that kind of hey, these guys are on my board that have fallen too far. But I think for right now, I want to give it just a little bit of time.
336 players were drafted.
I respect that. I completely respect that.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are not even a sixth done with our picks here. The Falcons, they take THC Magic. And Silky Perry, he's headed to Michigan Tech. Man, chat, I have never seen my chat like this. This is truly amazing to see. I've tried to keep up with you. If you have a question that we've missed in chat, let us know. Certainly, Dog and Hail to Hockey, let us know if we've got anybody out there. I'm thinking about pick 100. Maybe we'll bring on another special guest. We'll have an interview, but from a slightly different perspective. And then pick 200. We'll have another guest at that point. So y'all make sure y'all stay around. Stick with everything that we've got here. There's a couple picks come in. Bootleggers is now a Cavalier, headed to Virginia. and CJG Colorado College. Gents, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to let y'all run this here for just a few minutes. I'm going to take just 2 minutes, grab some fresh water, and let y'all run this show. Let the people know what's out there, what they've been missing, anything you want to talk about. Hit it.
Dog.
I just want to give out a shout out, or I should say I would say a steal, honestly. Everyone knows this guy, and I think he is very overlooked because I think he's a really solid player. It's just his off ice, and I would say during games can be a little annoying to people. But I just want to say Pucky drafted 51st overall. That guy probably shouldn't be where he is right now, but yeah, I definitely someone that we should probably bring on the show. What do you think, Maddie?
Yeah, I would love to have Pucky on. I've actually never really had any issues with Pucky. From what I've heard, that's just what people say, but I've never had any issues with him, so I'm not gonna badmouth him. But I know he's a talented winger, so I know he was on the Winterhawks last year, or something happened with that, but I know he's a good player, so. There's definitely some good picks being picked right now.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I am back. Those picks coming in officially. We saw the PR7 gang get involved in the NCAA last year. We see the first of them taken here. PR7 Smoke. He is with the
Solid.
Army Golden Knights. Rocky headed to Canisius. Yanni Boy with Yale. That works wonderfully. Slippery Puppy 3, a Florida Gator. Night Terror, a Gamecock. Skrata! That's an LG Media member right there. He has been taken by the Arizona State Sun Devils. And Sports Are Life 88, a UMass Minutemen. Thank you that Army is the Black Knights, not the Golden Knights. Golden Knights is Vegas. I appreciate the help. I really do. I do my best. So 5 leagues, there's a lot of cities and a lot of teams and a lot of names. I still think the worst I've caught myself in is when I've tried to say the Vancouver Grizzlies. And when I wasn't even covering basketball. So worst moments. But they do happen out there. So appreciate the help, making sure we get it all right as best we got. Jimbo Slice 093, Wisconsin Badgers, and Hager gone to Michigan. Oilers are up 5-1, says Lefevre. That means we're going to get at least one more game as Canada continues on its quest for a cup this century. I think they actually may have one, or isn't it just like 20 years?
I think it's like 30.
Last
You
Canadian
said Canada?
team to win the
Or-
Stanley Cup. Okay, was Montreal in 93. So yeah.
Yeah.
My alliteration continued, and it worked wonderfully. Webcam's back on. We're here. I'll be with ya. Be with Vi. Boom. And 4 straight goals for the Oilers. But, I mean, that kind of reminds me a little bit, in my opinion, of just how Dallas responded in this last game. Like, you're down 3-1. You got to throw everything. And maybe do you hold off a little bit? Do you don't go for the sweep? OG Northern Rec. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. That question to both you gentlemen. Hail to hockey. We'll start with you first. Any chance of a comeback for the Dallas Mavericks or the Edmonton Oilers?
No. I'm from Boston, so I'm not really a Celtics fan, but they have it in the bag. I don't see anybody really beating them. Team's too good. And Edmonton, I love McDavid, don't get me wrong, even though I'm a Ducks fan.
Uh-huh.
But I think Florida is just too good. They got the great goaltending, the offense, and the defense. They had a complete team. I don't think they blow it.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the same. I think I think Florida has it in the bag. I say the series will probably end in 6 games. And then as far as the NBA goes, yeah, Boston's, yeah, they have it.
Can either of you confirm, is it a 2-3-2 or is it a 2-2-1-1-1-1?
I believe it's 2-2-1-1-1.
Love it. That is
Both.
that. I think that's the best way. I personally believe that a 2-3-2 actually benefits the road team or the lesser seed, because if they steal one of those 2 games away, it feels like you're not just playing from behind. You almost have to steal 2 to get back home at that point. In a decent position. Snipes confirming it's a 2-2-1-1-1. You're right out there, Driz. We do have the USA team winning in cricket. That's a big thing we got going on. But, hey, NHL certainly a topic of conversation around here, given all that we put in. And, why not all sports? We've got the moment. We've got the time. We've got a few picks to catch up on here, though. Felixer, 1998, headed to the Iowa Hawkeyes. Karchi the Third, Temple Owls. Alaska takes Advanced Human. Maryland takes Budgies 217. And your mother. No, I'm not making an insult. That is the guy's name. Your mother 9973. Alaska follows up by getting Canadian Trickster, and Dope Ducks is now an owl. Keep an eye on that one. Pags 1974 headed to the Hawkeyes, and the Wolverines take Jay Facky 359.
Solid.
Oh, what happened? Why did it break? Don't do this to me. All right, let's stop scrolling. Let's just... We had a refresh, but it's making me chase. Why? All right. Elu QC, that's a defender for sure. He's headed to the Wisconsin Badgers. I think he'll have a nice season there. RSR Leprad, hope I got that right, is now headed to the UMass Minutemen. Folks out there in chat, what are you excited for? Who do you think's got a great lineup so far? Who do you think's missed the mark maybe a little bit? Maybe some overreaches. Curious what you have to say out there in chat. We got some love to give out here, though. Yo, DJ, appreciate the follow. And Bray 4X Fib FYB, appreciate the follow. Glad to have you here. We're back over the 300 mark here, enjoying LG Season 48 NCAA Draft. I'm Mez. This is the Mez Cast. Normally, we're announcing games ranging all the way from LG NCAA that we're covering here all the way to the tippy top, the LG NHL. Folks, if you haven't heard, there are 3,000 plus players in this league. Not just players, positions available. 32 teams at the NHL, 17 players per team. You got 3 lines plus 2 goalies. You got 32 teams at the AHL. You got 32 teams at the ECHL. You've got 64 teams at the LGCHL team, all with 17 apiece. And here you see 24 teams dueling it out in the draft. They do it a little bit unique here in the NCAA draft. It is not the bidding war that we see in the higher leagues. Come at me, bro. He is an Arizona State Sun Devil. And JJ 10609. He's a South Carolina Gamecock. Jimmy Reese says, I've been a Florida Gators fan since day one. I think that's certainly how a lot of us feel. You know, if we could be drafted, if we have our choice, we'd probably be drafted by the university either that we went to, wanted to go to, grew up around, whatever it may be. Where's that for you, dog? You're going to own a team, where would it be?
University of Arizona. It's my team.
All right.
Boo.
Uh-oh. Sounds like we got some hate. Is it some Pac-10 hate?
Nah.
Interstate?
I would go FSU.
All right. I don't know why that continues to skip me down here. We'll do our best to stay aligned. I wanted to check out. Bedard here. All right, so 18 years old, a young man here, but 3-7-1 record last season in the NCAA. It's been a brief time. Had one game in the CHL, so maybe a call-up. That was more than a year ago. Almost a year ago, actually. Reminder for everyone, we announced it earlier. LG is celebrating its 21st year. That's right. It was June of 2003 that LG came into existence. Ryland 14, appreciate the follow. Glad to have you here. We are 5 away, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed our way to 900. We're glad you're here.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
Bring it.
I've been on LG since I was 18. I'm 38 now.
Woo! Oh,
Yeah.
You got quite the time, quite the experience.
Yeah, crazy stat, right?
Well, we're glad to have you here. Glad to have you on the Mezcast, providing some commentary. Plenty of picks, so we'll run down those. Zebra King, 76 Florida Gators. Yale takes Petty Wop. Bedard to Canisius. BK Wolfgang to Army. YTN Fish, Colorado College. Virginia takes Tharp Diem, 81. Michigan Tech takes the Philly Fox. Air Force Falcons, they get B Long, 67. Maine gets Fred 1 Rock. Bowling Green gets Goober, 85-50. Robert Morris takes Michael Fluffy. Vortex Royales is now a Mormon headed to BYU. Ohio State gets Scarface. Hopefully he will show the world, his little friend, that he can fire off at the end of his stick. We're talking hockey here, folks. We are talking hockey. Michigan State takes Captain Lou. Knox. Good to see Knox out there, headed to Minnesota at the end of the 4th round. Am I crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I feel crazy.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I feel like Knox is going to have a good season. Good luck to you, buddy. So Knox goes to Minnesota. They followed up by getting Cold Alpine. Who should we look at? Who are you excited for? We are coming up to our 100th pick. Let me go double check on my peeps over here. I'm being asked to check something here. You could do this yourself by coming to look up under the NCAA draft, but I'll help a homie out. It's live. You Gucci. Well, let's check in on our 100 draft person guest. We review the entire first 100. D-Terp 84 making the pick for Michigan State. Hey, I just want to say I really appreciate the owners making quick selections here. So clearly people not having to dig super far deep into the bag. That makes me excited. Maybe people are really going to bring something awesome there. Could also mean we have some discrepancies. We'll certainly find out as the season goes along. Ohio State's going to be 99, and then BYU will be 100. Dog, hail to hockey. You'll recognize our next guest. Wait officially till he responds. He's officially away. So I have my questions, but if he joins in, we'll have a CHL owner that we will ask some questions. And I think it's important that people remember that. This can lead to other things. This can lead to big things. You show yourself off in the NCAA, you can rise up the ranks. Now, you can only go so far as a prospect, so our newer players certainly in that position. Hayden and IKEA manager, good to see y'all out there. I really enjoyed our game we played earlier today. Y'all were some tough competition, and I have y'all listed as one of my favorite management combos that I've seen so far. So, not a dig at anybody. I haven't obviously had a chance to see everybody. This is only, I guess, the start of season 2.5 for me. I joined kind of at the end of season 46 as I was also playing. Covered all of season 47, and here we are, season 48. We had the LG AHL bidding coverage earlier this, I guess that was last weekend, last Friday night. Had a few work events that prevented me from covering the others, and boom, we have hit 100. Big shooter, 79645. He's number 99 for Ohio State. And as aforementioned, BYU at 100. They get reppin' 9. Familiar with his play. LHS Brad, 35 to RMU. Brainmaster to Bowling Green. And Maine picks up Florida Messiah, 55.
That's a really good pick.
That's a really good pick.
Familiar.
I've got to reset the breaker here real quick for my air conditioning unit. Otherwise, we are already going to get hot. We're already at 83.7 degrees here in the booth. So let me go fix that. I'm going to let y'all run these next couple of picks here. Make sure we get everybody announced and let me know when to take back over when I return.
That's a really good pick. I like the Brainmaster pick.
So yeah, solid pick, solid.
Yep.
Definitely a familiar name in the Chell community.
Hopefully he gets a shot, somewhere. If, he does good.
Yeah.
Captain Lou's a good pick.
Yep. Wasn't he a former Bog?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think Lou might have been. I don't know. Bruins Rock 24 goes to Michigan Tech with the 105th overall pick. Welcome back, Mez, or almost.
I'm back now. Decided to open up the door. Forget it's a quiet night. Nobody's home, so we are perfectly set up. I don't have to be quiet. I don't have to hold anything back. Primo 91 taken by the Air Force Falcons. Bruins Rock 24 by Michigan Tech. And here we go, a few more. 106. Virginia gets Thanks goalie. OG Newman. He's a Colorado College Tiger. Army takes Goyo Man 2. Dead Starks headed to Canisius. Bray 4XFYB. That was an earlier follow I got. Congratulations to you on being taken 1/10 overall by Yale. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get back, but it's just scrolling. It's just scrolling. So we're past 100. Still haven't heard from our guest, I don't believe. Nope. So may have to roll on through. Maybe they'll show up at a later time.
Still a lot of solid players out there. I mean, I'm looking at the list. Still a lot, I think.
Absolutely.
A lot of diamonds in the rough.
9X Colt, a first-time chatter out there. Will Killer 69. First-time chatter. Good to see y'all out there. Make sure you hit the follow button, especially if you love LG or Chell coverage in general. Normally, I run the Mezcast here Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. You'll catch LG action on Sundays and Tuesdays, as always. This will be the only week I won't have Tuesday. Slippery Puppy 3, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. But after this week, we will return to Sunday, Tuesday coverage. That means tomorrow night, you're going to catch 4 leagues start things off. That's right, I'll have a quad box of CHL, ECHL, AHL, and NHL. It's going to be a great freaking time. If you've never seen me call 4 games at a time, make sure you check on out for that. We are running ad-free tonight, but if you love what we do here on the Mezcast, and again, this is just our draft coverage, not even arguably what we do best, I would say, our play-by-play announcing, then make sure you hit the subscribe button because we will have plenty of LG action here for you, and you want to make sure you catch every moment. Not everything will be with ads after we get past the draft. So draft ad free here by me. Maybe Octobox super goalie. Maybe we'll tinker with the Octobox. So maybe try to get 2 games going per league. We'll also have some NCAA coverage, but they do not start until the following week. That's right. Drafting tonight, not starting tomorrow. It's the only one not starting tomorrow. Couple of names coming in here. Cal Hockey 10 headed coast to coast as they are now a Florida Gator. And N. Manning 709. South Carolina. I really like this pick, I believe. This is who I think it is. 4-5-1. Not a ton of games. Moose Jaw has the record, but that'll be a name I keep an eye out for. I feel like I've seen N. Manning around. Appreciate you, Lefevre. I'm glad you enjoy, you have a way to help enjoy your nights off. Sometimes you just want to sit back, enjoy some action, even if you don't want to play. So we certainly try to give you that here, and we'll show you all levels of talent, all levels of skills. No matter where you're at, no matter where you aspire to be, there are chances. Where we aspire to be is at 900 followers. We are one away right now because Angry Cow 9, he dropped a follow. Barkov 16 also came in with a follow, and Tharp Diem 81. I saw that name hit earlier, and there it is. 900. It's the Gravy Clown. I don't know if that sounds like a horror thing or just somebody who's going to make me laugh and serve me gravy. Either way, all I can say is I really want some chicken and waffles right now. That's certainly what it's put me on there. I Prod, appreciate the follow. Light Skin Naruto, appreciate the follow. And Hand Banana Man. Prospectful LG NCAA draft coverage. We got Bucket of Salt coming in with 25 biddies. Appreciate you, Bucket of Salt. I'm not feeling the salt from you. I'm feeling the sweet. Appreciate it greatly. Nano Samo, appreciate the follow. And Nikki P resubscribing. So Nikki P, welcome on back into the booth. Names, they're coming for days. I believe last I got for sure was N. Manning. So Morpheus, he's leaving the Matrix. He's headed to Arizona State. Dirty Dangus gonna work it with the Minutemen. Schmidt headed to the Badgers. Ostrich Rot, now a Michigan Badger. Excuse me, Michigan Wolverine. Slowly losing my mind here. Bucket of Salt bringing in another 15 biddies. Appreciate the bits very much. Ostrich Rot, yeah, Michigan. Live Jordan taken by Iowa. Temple takes S. Jewel. Alaska's got 2 picks within 4. They take D. Buckeye, 0140, and Cynic's official on the back end, but sandwiched between it's Obama Lamb and Rebel 21313. After that, Timbaji or Tim Bogey taken by Temple. Let's take a look at Obama Lamb. DHL player has a real good record in the NCAA. I mean, 8-3-1 at this tier, has some A experience. This is a steal at this point in the draft. I think we can say certified steal. You get that kind of talent at what I believe is the end of the 5th round here. Maryland taking Obama Lamb. What you got out there, gents? Who puts a fear in you? Who do you not want to go against? Did I lose you? Hail, dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were talking to. I apologize.
No worries, no worries. I have been a bit rhetorical. I apologize.
I'm letting you do your thing, brother. You're amazing, man.
I appreciate it. But let's get you in here. We got a long way to go still. We still got more than 200 picks to go. That means at the rate we're going, we're looking at least another hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll have the NCAA commissioner joining us up here soon, so be on the lookout for that. That'll be a nice interview we've got going on. But what names do you want to check out? Who should we look at? What team should we start to go look at their rosters? Apollo Kurosaki, congratulations on being selected earlier, and appreciate the follow. Welcome on in. Why don't we start with you? Go ahead. You first to speak.
So, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah. Dog, you want to go first, buddy?
I was gonna say, why don't we swap up? Dog, who you want to take a look at? Who's had a great moment?
I would check out Air Force first. After getting Thomas, to see what they look like. Thomas 18.
Thomas 18. Is that a player that has not been selected yet, or?
That's a player who was picked in like the top 5 or the top 10.
Okay. Pickles 2002 headed to Iowa, over to Barkov. Stay away from Tarkov. They're headed to Michigan. That's just a personal, as somebody who's got almost 3,000 hours in Tarkov. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. The learning curve is extreme. Who are we looking for? Thomas, 18. Let's bring it up. Air Force Academy's first pick. We'll roll up his stats. An AHL player. Spent some time in the N as well. That was last season. Didn't have a fortuitous time there, but still very respectable records. What you want to talk about with Thomas? Or what do you believe about Thomas?
I think he might be one of the best, if not the best, players in the entire NCAA that's been drafted as of right now.
Noted. Grapes Punch. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. We've crossed the 900 mark, and y'all, I'm so excited. If you can share this stream with a friend, we are so close to being able to apply for Twitch Partner. The last thing holding us up is average viewership, and this might be the stream that gets it done. So I appreciate you hanging out here for as long as you can, even if you got to lurk out there. But my goodness, the chat, I have not been able to, this is the first time ever I have not been able to keep up with the chat. So congratulations to y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up. It's been absolutely a fantastic time. Let's scroll down, see if we've got any recent draft picks taken. We are officially 100. Oh, goodness, that jump. It's so much. I'm sorry, it's blurry. All right, a ton of picks that we missed on here. Oh, my goodness. Mal Hombre headed to Wisconsin. UMass takes Malicious Attic. Arizona State takes Black Dawn 66. South Carolina takes Eric 97. Florida gets I Belligerent. Yale gets Hawsey. Canisius, they grab Vaughn. Army, they snatch up EK Metal. College gets X Scribsy. They're hoping he can scribble maybe a lot of points up for them. Virginia gets BSB Breaker 37. Michigan Tech gets T-Bear. Gordon Bombay 1989 headed to the Air Force Falcons. Kid Miner 0070 headed to the Maine Black Bears. Bowling Green, they grab a Wise Baby. A. Griggs, the NCAA commissioner, he's taken at 140 by RMU. That's right, Robert Morris. They've got the NCAA commissioner, A. Griggs. Blue Arctic, he's taken by BYU. So there's our catch-up. We've had a flurry. It's been a scurry. And now we've got our originally aforementioned guest coming on. X-Dog, hail to hockey. We all played with him earlier as the LG media team absolutely crushed. Welcome on in, Godly X John, and a CHL owner of the
Hurricanes.
One more time. Slow me down just a little bit. That was a little fast.
Oh wait, I think he's the owner of the Hurricanes.
Who you got, John?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on? What team are you the owner of?
Oh, I have Lethbridge Hurricanes.
The Lethbridge Hurricanes. Got it. Well, welcome on in. Glad to have you here. So there might be a little question. You're like, wait a minute. This is the NCAA. Why are we talking to a CHL owner? Well, because this is where you might be headed. So one of the things I've long talked about since I have been covering the NCAA here for LG is this is a chance to show off your talent. So if you explode in a week or two, you might get snatched up to the CHL in a hurry. If you're new to LG, there is a limit on how high you can be taken up. So there are 5 leagues in total with LG. It starts with the NHL, all the classic NHL teams that you know, the Vancouver Canucks, the Dallas Stars, the Colorado Avalanche, etc. But below that, we've got the AHL, the ECHL, the CHL, which is a combination of a couple leagues, including, I'm going to get most of these wrong, I'm sure, but the QMJHL and others like that. And then finally here, the NCAA. You can only go, I believe, to the C while you are still a prospect. Anybody clear on that?
Yes, you had to play at least 72 games to be called up any higher than a CHL.
Unless you're drafted.
Oh, drafted, yes. Drafted, sorry.
Okay, unless they are drafted. Good to know. Good to know. We've got some picks coming in here. I see one Twitch chatter out there for sure. We'll check in a moment with them. Laurel 89, the Ohio State Buckeyes have taken them. Suzuki 14, congratulations to you. You're headed to Michigan State with the 143rd pick. That's followed up by a pair of picks from the Minnesota Golden Gophers, 612's Finest and Audio Venting. Back-to-back picks there before the Spartans grab Jay Swayman. So, John, you can't go above your level unless you've completed your prospect status. So, what do you love about getting to see people have a chance in the NCAA that otherwise you'd have to work into practices as a TC at the CHL level?
Well, typically it's the whole filtering of management, to be honest with you. I feel like having a whole other division is able to open up a lot of positions where players aren't going to have opportunities without those. And not only in the aspect of management, but also as players that are getting games in the league now that wouldn't have been playing. And the red and blue system was just terrible. I mean, this system's an upgrade, and it's definitely an upgrade in the right direction. It's just going to take a little bit of time for people to adjust. And I think people are starting to come around now, to be honest with you. Like, the NCAA did pretty good last season, and I think they're on pace to do just as good or better this season.
We got more picks coming in here. Ohio State takes Christopher, 1973. BYU gets OK Squid. Fatso Belly headed to Robert Morris. That's the Colonials. Bowling Green, they grab Beeper the first. Hey, Beeper, I know you were in chat out there earlier. Shout out to you. You got here on the board. 150 is the slot. Right on the dot. And hey, now it's a different game. Because no matter where you get drafted, none of that matters. Matters how you play on the ice, how you play with your team, your availability. Don't forget, folks, you got to be available. So make sure you put your availability in. Don't take any strikes against your account for not showing up. I don't believe I gave Belligerent the love that is deserved for the follow. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you here. We got a big party going on for LG Season 48 NCAA Draft. A slew of more picks. So Gringo 80-40. Now a Black Bear for Maine. Air Force Academy Falcons. They take Mr. Desolate. I'm going to guess that's Tibber is headed to Michigan Tech. Virginia gets Blood Eater 09523. Metrox 217928. Now a member of the Colorado College Tigers. Army grabs Curlew 7. Liu Kang 850 headed to Canisius. Eclipsed Moon grabbed by Yale. And Cade Center 09 by Florida. That puts 160 on the clock. It's South Carolina. Arf Vader, I got Panthers in 5 at this point. This feels like a singular rebound game. I know they're winning by multiple goals, but to me, this just feels like a classic. Hey, we're going to let you have this one. We won't get the sweep. We don't care. We're going to get the championship. Rest up a little bit. Be a little more ready for next game. Don't throw any crazy new tactics out there, or anything you want tricks in the bag. So that's my opinion there in both NHL and the NBA as well. I believe Boston is going to win it in 5. My predictions out there. Trying to make sure we've hit up all of our first-time chatters out there. Boyer X97. Grape Sponge hit the follow. It looks like a lot of people trying to give some love to Ohio State out the gate. And who do we have joining now?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. The party has started. We welcome on in A. Griggs.
Entirely too loud.
I mean, maybe, but you
I
know,
love it. I love it.
how else we
You're not
supposed
on
to do
my-
this?
You're not on my good list right now, by the way.
What's that?
Natty's not on my good list at the moment.
Uh-oh.
So is Godly.
Uh-oh.
Why? What's up?
You didn't bid on me.
Oh,
God.
oh. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought this was the LG Season 48 NCAA Draft, but I didn't realize we clearly have been set up with another event. That's right, the Player Haters Ball is going on right now, y'all. Put your hands up out there. Hate. Psychotics, if you're out there, holler at me, homie. One of my favorite memes of all times is before memes, we just used to shout Chappelle references at each other. Feels like that's certainly an aging moment for Oregon trailers out there. But
Breakaway.
welcome
I'm
on,
listening, go ahead.
welcome on in, Griggs. Oh, you got the game on over there?
Oh no, I'm playing NHL, watching the draft, and watching the stream.
Well, I love every last little bit about that. Sorry we didn't get the mutant time. That one was rough. But all right, so you have been taken. A pick was skipped. South Carolina missed out on a play, but Griggs, you got taken 140th overall by Robert Morris. How you feeling about it?
I don't really care where I went. I could have landed up on TC and not cared. I'd rather give people the opportunity to play, but I'll play for these guys. No biggie.
Okay.
So,
Well,
uh,
I think you've ended up with a good management group, at least based on what I've seen on the ice. So we'll see what they can pick talent-wise and what they could put up there. So congratulations on being a Colonial. Arizona State picks up Keegan 78887 and Dev
I
Grew
need to change my
Scarface.
goalie pads, so I'm happy about that.
Got something that works within the color schema?
Yeah, my esports colors are the same exact color.
Okay, awesome. UMass grabbed Dev Grew Scarface, but want to welcome you in again, the commissioner of LG NCAA here. It's the 3rd season. What are you most excited about here? What's grown? What's changed?
We progressed from, I'm going to say, 24 the first season, went to 48. I think we started out at 18 teams last season. A lot more
We did.
interested teams. Or excuse me, there's a lot more owners starting to commit or jump in, let me say, to try to at least learn management with the NCAA prior to moving up. So I was able to get a little bit more committed prior to an expansion, which I felt really kind of was the right move, but also wasn't. I don't know. It was tough last season to do that against these guys. It was needed because we had way too many people. In
So
TC,
many people.
so-
There were so many people that wanted to join. So, no, I completely understand. We had the expansion draft. It was not a planned thing by any means, but when you have that many people, I mean, that's 170 positions we're talking about, just adding 10 teams. So,
Yeah, there was
17 per
70
team. That's
70
a lot.
Team had TCs, so like that's kind of what was the deciding factor.
Oh,
But we're getting a lot more activity. As I said, more committed owners stepped up right off the bat. So I was able to get the 24-28, but
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well,
our
appreciate
goal
things
higher.
are going well there. We got some picks to give out, including a chat watcher for sure. Lochnet Monster number 9. Lochnet, I really hope that you're a goalie. That's too wonderful a name. So the Lochnet Monster headed to Wisconsin. Michigan grabs XL Gab 17 at XFAR. Oh, I think there's a huge steal this late down. So I'll be interested to see what at XFAR cooks up. 165 to Iowa. That's followed up by Lefevre. Good to see you out there. Congratulations, Lefevre. That's a long time Mezcast watcher out there. Alaska grabs OG DMAC 92. Maryland's got 2 picks back to back. They get Matthews 34 and W Goalie 19. Alaska gets Adam Fox 23. I'll reserve my opinion about that one. And D Driz LO1 headed to Temple with 171.
One of my other staff numbers just went.
Who's that?
Driz.
Driz? Awesome. Well, I appreciate Driz. Driz came in earlier and dropped the sub. Came in with the prime sub a little more than an hour ago. So appreciate again. D Driz, welcome to the prime booth. Glad to have you here. That's right, folks. We welcome every single follow. We announce every single bit. We announce every single subscribe that you've got. So whatever you want to come out here, you want to give the gifted sub. 5 gifted subs will get you up to VIP. And of course, you see the man at the top, one of the all-time law greats here for the Mezcast, Josh Team, 100 lifetime gifted subs. Stalazi 14 says need to get drafted. RSG 0007 says I'd rock anyone. USC did skip a pick. OG Northern Rex, so not sure what's going to happen with that officially. Admiral Denis goes to Iowa. Mr. Pie Guy heads to Michigan. Capsulate Genie to Wisconsin. And Hockey Man 572 to UMass.
Some names I don't recognize. There's a lot of people in here that deserve an opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So many people dropped.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys that dropped.
I personally would like that. You know, I don't want to go in the first round ever. You know, I feel like even in the bigger leagues, we see some guys go for 6, 8, $10 million bids, and it just handicaps what you can have with the rest of your team. So that guy doesn't just have to be the guy. He has to be the guy every single game and make sure that he is carrying the offensive load so that you can put a bunch of 750s around him. But here in a draft, people can drop. You can find some great players.
CJ's in there.
Yeah, there's
Guy
some
who
notable
actually
guys that got picked up.
Who you want to
There's a lot
talk
of good
about?
picks. Barada, that was a nice pick on 65.
Well, he's jumped up to forward. I don't know if that was some. I don't know how
He's
he
a
would
good
translate.
forward.
Is he?
He's a good forward. Yeah,
Okay.
really good.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe just didn't scout or something, or maybe play games with other teams. But
Uh-huh.
I just never seen him play forward. Only
Yeah, he
defense.
scouted with us at center, and he was solid. We only had one center slot we were looking at, so that was difficult to compete for.
We see roster slots are starting to fill out here. I lost our draft. That little scroll bar is so tiny.
Elegant mullet. Holy hell! I haven't seen that name in forever.
Sweezy F, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Stalazi 14, appreciate the follow. Dead King 814 says my boy Dirt needs a pickup. Better than half these guys I'm seeing get picked up. All right, so Dead King out there throwing it down. Hockey Man is a steal, says J-Max. So Hockey Man 572 headed to UMass. See if we've got any stats to look at. 18, a young man out of Toronto. Blue Jays fan. No stats. So a first timer here in the LG. All right.
Who?
Hockey Man
Hockey
572. UMass 175.
Good. No, I like that.
Arizona State, Mad Ad 1369. South Carolina, ECS Crucifix. Ugh, my brain. Jalen's got game. Well, Florida's going to find out if he does for sure. Yale's hoping that Snipes 11 provides just that. Ariapan 2 goes to Canisius. Drankin Keith 7 goes at 181. This is blasphemous. This is blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
I was just gonna say that I actually had him on my TC last year, and then I called him up. He is a really good, solid right defenseman that's getting better with his craft.
Yep.
And I've actually spent a lot of hours with him and teaching him a little bit more. But he's a good
Life's a
dude.
really good defenseman for sure.
Yeah, he really is.
All right. So sounds like
Him
we're
and
all
Snipe.
very aligned for the end of, the 100s pick. We're at 181. Drankin Keith to Army. Sounds like we are all in love with this one.
I'm shocked Curlew got picked where he did, man. I'm shocked. There's a guy that he used to be in the C and the A a bunch.
Who's this you're talking about?
Curlew. He was up near the 150 range.
Let's go take a look. Spent some time in the AHL, got some CHL experience. NCAA as well.
Side, I think.
PlayStation was his main play. Okay. Yep. He's got some trophies, got a record even. So, okay. All right. Again, folks, people have fallen here. There are a lot of great players still to be taken. We'll scroll back down, get
Pretty
ourselves
sure he has
closer
a
to
Men
live.
Cup, he says.
Ex-Demons TV headed to Colorado College. Another person with no experience here in LG. Welcome on in for a first-timer Ex-Demons.
That's the main purpose of this league is try to get the newer faces.
Absolutely.
It's definitely huge to see this.
I do hate seeing guys fall for that reason. I want to see the new people have a chance. Chuk 21 at 184. Yeah, this guy only fell this far because people don't know who he is in this league. I almost guarantee you that. Chuk 21 by the end of the season, I think this is going to be a name guys are going to know. And to get that at 184. Right before that was Virtuals 183 to Virginia. Air Force takes Enjoy and Watching. Hella Sick heads to Maine. Bowling Green grabs OPGM Shadow. Love for the A7X out there. K's Pluto headed to Robert Morris. And BYU Brigham Young, they grab Hobson 56. Hobson? Soaking? What? Interesting.
I know who Hobson is.
Who else excites you? Who else shocks you? Which one makes you scratch your head?
I mean, if they're looking for a project, which I think is something you guys
That's my
could
head,
do.
eh?
There's a
I don't
couple
know.
of people out there.
Yeah, I mean, when you start to get to this point, we're a little more than halfway through the draft. You're at the point where you're probably deep into your scouting pool. You're saying, who can I grab that's going to provide value? Who do I trust to show up and be available? So, more
One
problematic.
guy I do know I actually played with was actually two of them are here. Gino 51 and who is it? Blazing J are actually both out there, so which I'm shocked about.
Okay. Ohio State grabs RG is the greatest. Michigan State grabs D-Lou 314. Minnesota's got back-to-back picks with 192 and 193. They get Sergeant Rolston and Acid Tracer. 194 will be on to Michigan State. I see a couple names as well that I'm certainly well familiar with. Arguably one of my favorite to announce in all of LG, Drip Von Splash. I see Dr. Canadian Anus. He's certainly a known commodity of a goaltender. Just a couple of names I see right there. BB Yodes 938. Michigan State takes it 193. What we got? Who's got something for me?
I actually
Do we
just
know
looked.
if Cutler 3301 was drafted yet?
He was not.
I was gonna say I'm
What
not.
about Cuddy X Kilo?
Cuddy X Kilo and Cutler both still there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was surprised to see Ducci please, but I forgot he signed up for goalie.
Death RH is still there?
Death what? I'm sorry?
Death's RH.
Yep, still there.
Wow.
I can't click on the names when they're in the right list, so have to wait till they be drafted before we can pull up the names.
Your X91. He's actually a good winger.
Experian XV is still there.
He's still here? Oh yeah.
Stalazzi, I thought.
Who?
I don't remember. Let's just do this.
No.
I was gonna say Stalazzi. I don't.
A good goalie, and he's still there.
Doesn't seem like it. How far are we going officially? 336 picks where we're gonna end up. We're a little more than halfway done. 194's in. We're waiting on 195 from Ohio State. Want to welcome on in everybody that's hanging out with us, all 293 viewers out there. What you got?
Gibbs is still there for you too.
Gibbs, okay.
He was on the Cougars last season. Gibbs.
We got Larsonist is headed to Ohio State. Power Max QC to BYU. LPD 260 RMU. Bowling Green Glabs Filthy Clean 83 and Technic 79 for Maine. That's number 199. We're ready here for number 200. There it is. It's Luck 14 to the Air Force Academy Falcons.
I'm surprised Tech fell.
Yep.
Is he defense or is he goalie?
Taking a look at what we got. Not listed here, at least at what I can see immediately.
He is
He's not
signed up
gonna
as a
be-
defenseman.
Yeah, left defense. It's not going to show because right now it's not carrying over
All right.
on the roster page.
Good to know. Good to know. Checking out chat. We've got some messages here. You're good to roll, Godly. We tried to get you in here for as best we could, but appreciate having you, Godly X John. We got quite the party on in here, though. We still got quite a ways to go. A couple of picks to catch up, but glad to have you here for all you were here for. Thank you very much for your time.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me. You guys have a good night.
Yes, sir.
You too, mate.
All right. We said luck. So Mr. Fat Poopy, 201 to Michigan Tech. Virginia gets Chris Reese, 18. King June to Colorado College. Army grabs Zweijin. Canisius grabs Notorious Indian. Boisvert headed to, or Boisvert, perhaps, headed to Yale. Florida grabs Bobamus. Azalix to South Carolina. The Sun Devils grab Snake 8492. And VTech Thunder 88 grabbed up by UMass. That gets us through 210. We've still got another 126 picks to go. I'm sorry, the scrolling is crazy. TH Spur, I some of it is required. Sometimes it is literally just bumping me to the bottom, and I have confirmed with others that is a consistent thing that is happening. So I try to keep the movement down as best we can. I know it's a little disorienting for sure. We've got some picks coming in. Quite a few, actually. Wisconsin grabs Big Mick. Michigan grabs Phase Toxic 18. Iowa grabs Rin Vintage 1986. Lee Key Butt 27. Wow, I walked right into that one. Goes to Temple. Alaska grabs Cheadle Son. Maryland's got back-to-back picks with Fogey 3-4 and Will Killer 66. Alaska, JMO 17. Hey, that was a follower we had earlier. Welcome on in, JMO. Congrats to you. Temple grabs Secret of Walrus. I am the Walrus. Iowa gets Senior OG Potato, and Michigan gets TFL Farvsy.
Solid.
I know Farzi. He's one of my prospect TCs.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
last season managing.
I am familiar with him as well. I believe he is certainly an up-and-up player. So especially at this point in the draft, I think he's going to provide a ton of value. 221 to Michigan.
Chittle.
Taking a look at what we got out here. We got a first-time chatter. SMS Fan 3 says, tell these clowns to take Rock Lee. A. Westfield said, Hobson going to be a steal for someone at right wing.
Yeah, Hobson is solid. He was on
Rock
one of my
Lee's
first
an
ever
AG.
LGs.
Rock Lee's an AGM. He's
Okay.
not able to be. He's on the no draft list that I posted to everybody.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
He would have been going probably top 10.
Wisconsin gets Billy Bob Joe 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and UMass King Lords 1, 2, 4. So teams have the option to take an AGM. What happens if they don't? Griggs?
What's up?
If a team doesn't elect to take an AGM, what happens?
It's going to be a pick after the draft.
After the draft. Okay.
Compensation. Or they can pick them during the draft, but they would get that pick, additional pick after everyone's picked in the draft. But here's the thing: with the skip pick to South Carolina, they get first dibs after. So.
Okay. Perfect. So does that mean it's a reverse order of
No.
last round?
No, it's not like addition. Basically, what happens is there's I think like 3 teams that didn't pick an AGM.
Right.
So they get their 3 picks after South Carolina makes up their pick.
Okay. Okay.
So they get that as their 14th pick.
Perfect.
I'm coming in kind of quiet.
You are a little more quiet than the other. I have the balance on because some of the others are a little louder. I'll give
Hold
some
on.
volume here. Actually, what I can do is I can just bring you up here myself.
It's probably my mic. All right, is that better?
All right, let me dial you back, actually. All right, go ahead, try one more time.
Is that better?
Yeah, we're in a much better spot now. Hopefully, we're hearing everybody a little bit better out there. A couple more picks coming in. We got through Farbsy. So, Wisconsin gets Billy Bob Joe. King Lords, we announced. So, somebody got a repeat there. Arizona State grabs DeWoo 66. South Carolina gets Eclipse. Captain A headed to Florida. Modern Obesity 2. Snagged up by Yale. Canisius gets the Nash Squatch. And Mushy 229 headed to Army. Coming up on 230 picks. We've got 336 in total. In the booth tonight with me here on the Mezcast, we've got A. Grigley, the NCAA commissioner. We've got Hail to Hockey and X-Dog. Trying to give you the full media coverage, give you a great rundown of everything we've got here on the draft. If you love what we're giving you out there, make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. If you've got your Prime subscription or bits available, don't be afraid to drop those either. We'll give you the personally named shout out for each of those. Waiting for our next upload here. We get Dope Sniper 97. I think that one's new. Colorado College, yeah, 230. So Virginia next up there. Grapes Punch says Squirt Shirt should have had an CHL bid. Johnny Atwell 22, appreciate the follow and welcome on in here. We've got
Wait.
What you got?
He's in this?
Who's that?
Squirtser.
You'll have to double check for me.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of goalies fell.
What are you asking about here? I am CN65. If you haven't seen, obviously we are doing LG NCAA draft coverage tonight. Tomorrow, though, be on the lookout. I'll be announcing games here in the quad box. We'll have 4 different leagues going at a time. Maybe we'll even bust out the Octo Box if there's enough great games. So I've reached out to the commissioners, most of them at this point asking for some games. NCAA is the only league that doesn't start tomorrow. They start the following Sunday. Is that correct, Griggs?
Yeah, we start on the 23rd.
Start
Oh,
on
we're
the...
going to be running some preseason.
All right, all right. We got some preseason events going on.
Yeah, we just pushed it back every week. Kind of gave a little bit more time for these guys to get their players in because that was an issue we had last season.
Yep.
And a couple forfeits week 1. So
Okay. I like that. I like that. A bunch of picks coming in. Starting at 231, Virginia gets Nurse 25. Michigan Tech gets Dirty Who, not Doctor Who. Stativa 44, an Air Force Academy Falcon. That one, an interesting pick there for a Colorado college. The Big Red headed to Maine. Tippy Sauce 22, Bowling Green. Wu-Tang is for life, and Creamy Wu-Tang is for Robert Morris. Fish is Wah grabbed up by BYU. That gets us through 237. Iggy X12X, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. There's a comment that says Nurse needs to be in the C.
Yeah, 25, 231.
21, 27.
Yeah, I don't know why he's in the. He didn't get a bid. He's a good player.
I still think it's just one of the challenges of the combination of both Xbox and PlayStation coming together. I think there's still a lot of stagnation between bringing the two together, or and people just fall. People just fall, and so many people have moved in the last 2 seasons that we've had because of that. Cosby, appreciate the interview earlier. Appreciate the 30 bits now. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here, Cosby. Comsby? I'm trying to get it.
I think it's Comsby.
Yeah. JJ Haughty. Sounds like a Northeastern name right there. $238 was that pick for Ohio State for JJ Haughty. Oh, what do you do with the substitution? What's he going for with GXXVM? Like, usually you've got at least a clue, but I haven't got the foggiest. Iggy is asking, how do you change username on LG? Isn't it tied to your EA name?
It's under profile, but right now you guys, no one can change their usernames due to the draft going on.
Okay. So that'll
Yeah,
come available again once more. But GXXVM 239 to Michigan State. 240 is PR7 Runts. We start a new round here with a Minnesota at 241 grabbing Blinding Light. Michigan State grabs Zombie Brains. Let's see if it's not a mindless pick. Though at 242, again, you're starting to really dig deep into your bag. You may not even know some of these people. You're trying to find positions. Griggs has been drafted, Stronhammer. That was a question we just got there in chat. Has he been drafted?
That's Fassetti.
Fassetti, okay. Oh, okay. Well, welcome on in officially, Fassetti. Glad to have you here. Fassetti is, I believe, Commissioner...
The deputy in the CHL.
Deputy to the CHL. All right. There's a lot. I try to keep it all straight, but appreciate the help there. And welcome on in officially, Stronhammer. Would love to have you hit that follow button. Of course, anybody, if you got your Prime subscription available, now's a great time to add it. We've got ad-free coverage here for you for the draft, but we will have our ads back up and running during regular coverage starting tomorrow for the CHL, ECHL, AHL, and NHL. LG NCAA coverage will start next Sunday. What's going on, Hutchie OG? Good to see you out there, buddy. Couple more picks coming in. What you got?
That's definitely a steal, especially this late. Levi, great right defenseman.
Okay, we'll catch that one here in just a moment. 243, Ohio State grabs Selly 902. BYU grabs Dope Sick Killer 403. I know that name. RMU grabs the Squatch S 73. BG says no need for fame. Maine gets Levi 27 35 93. Sounds like a locker combination. Maybe he solves the problem and unlocks greatness for his team. We'll see At 247, a lot of value you can provide there. Air Force Academy gets Insane Lynch 120. Hope you don't go crazy in the Colorado mountains. Michigan Tech gets Regretsky. Hopefully it's not a regretful one. And at 250, Bottomless Pit. Let's hope he's not that for Virginia. Wow, 4 great names in a row. I just, that need to be done right. Thorn 98 appreciates what I'm giving out here. Appreciate the love out there, Thorn 98. So welcome on into the booth, Thorn 98. Glad to have you here as part of the Mezcast family. We're hanging out. We are rocking and rolling.
So where's this interrogation you promised me?
I promise no such interrogation. I promise no such interrogation. All I asked was, is there a topic you want to avoid, you don't want to talk about?
I could care less. Ask away.
You never know, but man, we've had. I'll be honest, I did not expect the draft to go this quickly. Knock on wood. I hate to curse us, still with less than 100 to go, but man, I thought we'd be I thought we were out for Gilligan's Island here, at least a 3-hour tour. But so far, we're an hour and a half. Officially 92 minutes into the draft, we've made 256 selections. I am impressed with that kind of pace. Only one skip to this point. Lay down 61, grabbed by Colorado College. Army gets Skies Crazy. Desire Solar picked up by Canisius. Megamind 92 to Yale. Zabest Killer to Florida. Rocker 89 to South Carolina. Killer Clown 9543 grabbed up by the Sun Devils. And UMass grabs Vegas MTL. I'm going to guess Vegas Montreal.
Oh, Megamind. Wait, is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's a winger, isn't he?
I believe it is.
Yeah, he's a good player. He was
Sky's
actually
crazy.
on my. He was actually on my Armada team.
Sky's Crazy is pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Okay.
Oh
really
wait,
good.
is that him? No, it isn't. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Okay. More picks. Sully 88 to Wisconsin. Michigan grabs GBR Dingers. Iowa grabs Frizz. LeBig headed to Temple. That's a drop. An owner last season in the CHL. Now he ends up late here in the NCAA draft. Turd to Alaska. Maryland grabs Eternal and Brendan 94. Alaska grabs Joker Bat. Temple gets Darkheart 204. Raise CRZ XR 17 scooped up by Iowa, and Michigan gets Mac All-Star. McAllstar 33. So a quick run there, a lot there. But all right, since you asked for it, what has been your most challenging moment as commissioner? Your start of the third season. Is it a particular player? Is it an issue that had to be dealt with? Is it a shining moment from a team making a deep run to the playoffs like I believe RMU did last year?
We've had back-to-back seasons where low-ranked teams made it to the finals.
Yep.
Or no, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. What I think it was 23rd last year made it, the 23rd seed, and then I think like 7th or 8th made it last season.
Let me go see what I can find here.
It was Denver. It was the Pioneers' first year.
Yeah, it was Pioneers.
Season,
They had like a 12-16-1 record as an expansion team. So yeah, they had quite a run there. No, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it just presents weird. I'm not crazy.
A little Cinderella team there.
Mm-hmm.
They just seemed to get everything going at the right time. And then the goalie was hot, J-Lot, who's now in the C, so.
J-Lot's a hell of a player.
Yeah, but overall, it was the TC inactivity that was the biggest issue for me.
I can believe that's the difficulty. So again, we've asked some people, hey, how do I get called up as a TC? Be available. Guys may not be able to make it. I appreciate the confidence out there, Hutchie. We are certainly trying to get there. We are very, very close to getting our partner status. So hoping between tonight and tomorrow that button becomes available. From less than 50 partners mid-January to where I'm at now. There are times when I definitely just pinch myself and question if this is real, if this is truly going on at this point. Hand Banana Man, no, you're not coming on. You got too busy of a job, so I'm gonna let you focus on that. Some names to call here. Wisconsin gets CJ03. UMass gets Cam Miller. Arizona State picks up Supamunk. The Gamecocks get DeBubster69. Farmer Bill 6127. Headed to hang out with them Gators. The Bulldogs from Yale, they get one more Mike 05. We got a lot to catch up now. Canisius gets Playmaker X7. Army gets CJR 215. Colorado College gets Nigel from Tinder. Virginia gets Shifley. Michigan Tech gets Nano 66. Matty 01 Ice headed to Air Force Academy. Maine gets Corona McVirus. That was someone we had hit earlier. Got some subs to call out here in just a moment. Bowling Green gets Du Bois Ultra. Little QPR headed to RMU. And BYU gets O Diffuser. Meanwhile, we officially hit our 130 sub goal. We got a hype train. We got a hype train. After Hutchie OG comes in and gives the gifted sub. So Hutchie OG, he gives the love. So Lacey's welcome on into the booth, and A. Grigley giving a gifted sub. Says gave out
Only to get you to 130.
A community gifted sub. I appreciate you getting me to 130. I appreciate it. Love it a lot. So it's Clutchy 28 getting it there. And that's 20 gifted subs from you, Mr. Grigley. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate you providing the help here to make sure we can keep this rocking and rolling as I enter season 2.5 here. Covering and announcing. Waiting for picks 286. We're going to, I believe it was 336. Super Goalie says hydrate. We'll go ahead and do so. We're about to finish cup number 4 since we started. Like I said, I am really impressed at the speed that we are seeing here. This is way faster than I expected things to happen.
It is. I gave myself to 11:30. We're 50 picks away. 334, I think's the max.
Okay. So still got some time to get there. We got 200, completely losing my mind at this point. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the hype train. We'd love to welcome you in on personally. If you add that subscribe, you got the bits to drop. Let's see if we can take it to our next level of hype train. Music has certainly stepped up an epic notch as the draft picks have slowed down. Did I curse it? Did I confuse it? We've got 50 picks to go. Did I break it? That's the real worst question. That one, not me. Sorry, everybody. We got to do it.
Ohio State. What?
Ohio State has their pick skip. So officially our second we've seen so far. I believe the other was USC, the University of Southern Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not the Isles. I know. That can't be. That can't be. Michigan State, they get Hat Trick Hig as Hail to Hockey. He comes in with the 100 biddies. Trying to keep this hype train going. We got 137 remaining here. This level 1 hype train. Appreciate the bits. Appreciate you hanging out here with us and giving us some great insight. Hail to Hockey.
No problem, buddy.
Minnesota grabs Bonsai 12. And Old Man Gamer 1973, a TC no longer. He had to wait till number 289, but congratulations to Old Man Gamer 1973. He's going to be on a roster in the NCAA. Welcome. Welcome on in. Michigan State, they reach down Just a state over, they grab the Chi-Town mobster. Hail to Hockey trying to get us a little closer still. He comes in with another 100 bits. Appreciate the love. He says amazing work. I think we're going to stick without Hand Banana Man for tonight. We got plenty of work to do here still as names gets taken. The real deal TNT 13 goes at 294. Oh my God, he's going to tear up this league. Very, very familiar with his work. I'm curious, what's his LG experience? Yeah, I know him from other places, but this is going to be impressive work. I can't wait to see what he's going to put up. And this is, not the Isles that I know. But let's take a look at the record here. 0-6-0 in the CHL. Had some World Juniors records. Thorn 98, appreciate the 5 bits. That's for hand. All right, well, I'll tell you what. We got a little bit of time. We'll throw in Hand Banana for just a few minutes. We'll get 2 questions before he runs off to bed. We'll make it happen. We didn't get a chance to get him on before the show, before we officially went live, so we'll get a chance one more time. Get one more owner in here. Get their thoughts here, even as they pop in mid-draft. Hey, I love the confidence. Welcome on in, Hand Banana Man.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. So, got a question for you. Why your organization? Why did you want to pick that team? What does it mean to you? What's your tie-in? What's your significance?
This is a good story, actually.
So the West Point one, actually, I'm an Army vet, and then I wanted to stay true to Division I hockey teams to make the league look as legit as possible. So I was looking at the team, saw West Point, Army vet, and went with it. Our first year, we had Goalie Llama as our GM, which is pretty funny because he's a Marine vet. And then HEM was Nick is cool, who's also a Marine vet. And we actually got to find a lot of guys that were U.S. military veterans just through scouting, and some of them have stuck around and kept playing.
Okay. For the vets out there that don't know, make sure you check out. There's plenty of gaming organizations for vets out there. Make sure y'all check them out. Certainly a way to keep that community going together. Got more picks coming in. This one I had to look up because I know in Isles, but it's not 44. So Shy Chips headed to Ohio State, terrorized to BYU. Boom La Roasted taken by RMU with 293. Bowling Green gets the real deal TNT. I think that's a great pick at 293. Isles 44 headed at 295 to Maine. Air Force Academy gets the Ontario Out L. Hockey Playa G 31 headed to Michigan Tech. Zetterberg 40 grabbed up by the Cavaliers. Colorado College gets Vlexi. Army gets Joe Monkey 333. Canisius gets Cold Driven 31. Yale gets Sweat Too Hard 1916. Florida gets Angry Cow 99680. South Carolina gets Full Send Hockey. Arizona State gets The Ghosty. And 306, it's Saber 240. Ladies and gentlemen, we've crossed 300.
So let me kind of just put this out there. I'm working on something for a West Stewie. Like, I'm trying to get like some sort of rivalry game for West Point. Last season, I was trying to get a West Point Navy game with guest commentators. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get on a time frame, but one of my main things with June being it's men's mental health. We're trying to do something related to the veterans, to where we can do some sort of special commentary, raise funds, and make a donation to the Tail Valhalla, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's for the veteran suicides prevention.
Okay.
So
Okay. I sent you a message as well that maybe you should look into. It was a group I saw at DreamHack Dallas a couple weeks ago. So certainly happy to help any way that I can. There bunch of picks to catch up on. Saber 240. We got Wisconsin 307. They get exclusive J. Michigan gets JX Rodius. Iowa gets Chicks L&L Whips. Temple Nums 8. Kool-Aid donation. Hopefully he provides just that to his team in Alaska. Maryland grabs Anth 9-4 Hockey and Hughes EASHL. Whiter 66 headed to Alaska. Apollo 1398 grabbed by Temple. The Hawkeyes grab Fisherman 789. That might be difficult, although maybe there's some great rivers in Iowa I don't know about. Maybe some great fishing there. Michigan gets Mitchell Spinks. Meanwhile, Sports Are Life 88. Appreciate the follow. And Burnsy 420. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. Burnsy says, let's go. Pump for my first LG team in season. Good luck all. But yes, glad to hear that we're making an effort here in Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, folks, tomorrow is Father's Day. Life is short. Is it true, Suzuki? Do we have a Germany-Brazil in the NHL? Oilers 7-1. Working to confirm that scoreline. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. A Germany-Brazil. A scoreline we always call out here on the Mezcast. A 7-1 takedown Edmonton is putting on Florida right now, but they'll still be trailing mightily in that series. Burnsy 420. Welcome on into the Prime booth. Appreciate you not only bringing in the follow, but immediately bringing it up with the sub as well. We'll have games here tomorrow, and you'll be able to get them ad-free due to that subscription. We are ad-free tonight for LG NCAA Draft. We got multiple members here in the booth. All right, perfect. And Banana Man.
Banana, how you feeling about your team, man?
It's going to be fun. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do a lot of scouting. I've been really busy with work, and we went through the list today. I had good input from my GM and my new AGM, and we're going to put the guys together in some preseason games this week and see what meshes out.
Well, then I would definitely say you got to miss out on one of the more frustrating pieces. So we've tried to do some scouting events with and for LG, and it's been problematic in the past, getting guys to commit, getting enough of each position. So glad you got to miss a bit of that, but hopefully it doesn't cost you too much. Which of your picks are you most excited about? Either is it your first round pick, you know this player is going to kick some ass, or is it one of your later round picks you've scooped up?
It's actually going to be one of the later round picks, BK Wolfgang 14. Didn't have a whole lot of stats on the LG site, but on the EASHL site, he was averaging almost 4 points a game. So there's a risk that he's a threes guy.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take, but I'm excited to get him on ice and see what he can do for us.
There's been some good threes players in the LG.
Enjoy watching. Looks like you went 185 to Air Force Academy. Sorry for the cutoff.
No, you're good, bro.
We found a better way to do this. Use Control F and go to about the pick number you want. Aha! I don't know why the site is hating me so much tonight. It's been difficult to say the least. So a pick was skipped by Wisconsin. UMass at 319. They get Leafs fans Steve-O. Arizona State gets Saucy Poppy 238. South Carolina gets OG Northern Rec. Sauce 1984 headed to Gatorland down in Florida. Yale gets Canadian Gamer 4K. Haberdo, that's my guess, headed to Canisius. Neon X8 scooped up by Army. Stars ETTV grabbed by Colorado College at 326. We're down to our final 10. Brubix, Virginia. Evil 420 headed to Michigan Tech. We've got just a few picks remaining. Any final questions we've got here for Hand Banana Man?
What's your main goal this year?
So with me being in the NCAA, my main goal is always going to be trying to get these guys games and getting them looks so they can get pushed up to the higher leagues. And that's because I know what it's like being a TC back in the PSN days, and sometimes, especially for wingers, it's harder to get into games because there's so many of them. by the
Mhm.
time the owner asks for one, there's already 3 or 4 replies. So it just opens up the league and lets more people get looks at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree
All
with you.
right. I'm gonna
It's tough.
put you on a hard spot there, Hannah. Who do you got a
Oh,
question for me?
Ooh.
so this is actually one thing that me and Lama talked about in the off season, and it does bother me slightly. But why are we letting so many club teams come in? We wouldn't let a KHL team go to the NHL, but we're letting clubs into D1 NCAA.
So here's the thing with that. We have limited teams right now. Our ultimate goal is to try to get up to 60 teams in the NCAA. We have, I think, at the moment, 48 teams you can pick from. So I have to add teams.
Okay, and then to follow up on that one, Griggs, is there a plan that you guys are talking about to maybe? I know it goes against what's real, but to merge us with the CHL in the sense of affiliations?
I don't think so, because I don't think college. I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, college does not have any sort of affiliation with the CHL.
Yeah, none.
Um, neither do we have no ties to the ECHL or AHL either.
Yeah,
It's
so
strictly drafts. So that's why what we're kind of doing now is we are looking at it as players are draft eligible, but they can return to either we're trying to avoid DPs in the NCAA. If you get drafted, you're good enough to play in the upper tiers, 100%. So
Yep.
that's our ultimate goal, is to push players up to grow the league in the upper leagues, as well as generate newer managers as well. With that being said, DP's lowest they can go is the CHL. They can play from anywhere from the N all the way down to the C, as in real life. So that's kind of where the real aspect comes in. But affiliations, I really do feel, would destroy the teams, because say we have an uneven number, say we got 24 again next season, there's 64 teams in the NCAA. There's 64 teams in the CHL. How are we going to manage that? Are we going to have one team have 3 teams in the C for ECU purposes? It just wouldn't make sense. So
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
a challenge for sure. We'll catch
I
up with that
definitely
in
agree on
just a
that one.
moment. Let me make sure we get through the end here. Last one I believe we got was Brubix to Virginia. No, we got Evil. So Wheezy 7081 headed to the Air Force Academy Falcons. Maine, they get Fear Mjolnir 17. Hopefully he strikes fear, being the last pick there for his team. Bowling Green gets Spa 350 with pick number 331. Robert Morris scoops up OV8. Not a lot of numbers on him. Croat King 11 scooped by BYU. Ohio State gets ya boy Cliff. The looks like Michigan State's reaching into the cooler because they grab some Heinekens. And Minnesota finishes up the final pick of season 48
Mr.
NCAA
Irrelevant
draft.
pick.
The Mr. Irrelevant himself, Virus. Got a 22-19-3 record in the CHL last season. That's just somebody who slips.
CN65, to answer your question, you will be on CHLTC. You will not be in the NCAA.
What's a DP player?
Drafted players. The most recent draft from season 48 and 47. They are ineligible to play.
In the NCAA. Okay. So good to know. Thank you for that clarification there, Griggs. Glad to have you here. Again, the NCAA commissioner. How do you feel the draft went? I mean, we're done inside of 2 hours with 336 picks.
333, 3 skipped.
All right, 3 skipped. But hey, we had to wait for the delay of them.
I can agree with that. But what we're going to end up doing now is
Those 3
we're
picks.
trying to get those 3 teams picked, or
Okay.
3 teams fixed with the roster
Yep.
positions, so we can see exactly what needs the position group. And then tomorrow you'll be seeing the RAs assigned, and then I'll be opening a thread later on tomorrow, if not this later on tonight, for position preseason games to be added to the schedule to start seeing what they got. So
Okay.
there's some still work to do.
So you saw the end. Let's give a quick recap. I'm going to cover at least as many as we can get here in one screen. So we'll call it our top 14. Minnesota grabbed, well, we'll complete the full first round. Number 1 overall, Northside Jane. They brought in the follow earlier. Appreciate that, Northside Jane. Taken by Minnesota. Michigan State followed up by grabbing Dazed. Ohio State gets Rage. 666. Yale, excuse me, I keep screwing up Yale and BYU. BYU gets Big D 15. RMU, Robert Morris, they grab Medino. Bowling Green gets X-Treads. Maine gets Heisman Award. Air Force Academy, they get Thomas 18. That's one we've talked about for sure. Michigan Tech gets Hell's Disciple. Virginia gets Sean Kesey. Colorado College gets Demon 1703. Army Navs Voltage Envy. Abba Zaba 24 headed to Canisius. Yale gets Venom Liger. Florida adds up their powerhouse with Apollo Kurosaki. South Carolina adds Death Shark. Koopa EXE, that's a player we talked about a bit more. Number 17 overall to Arizona State. UMass grabs Bure 10. Wisconsin got I Am Turok 420. Michigan at 20th overall took Hele 37. Iowa gets OVH 84. Random Gamer 1231 headed with the 22nd pick to Temple. Hugh Tete to Alaska. And the last pick of the first round, Doc Plonker headed to Maryland. So the Terrapins, the last pick, we see them with the double up right there. Any folks, any rosters we should go look at? Any teams you really want to see after our 336/333 picks?
Can I give you my biggest steal of the draft?
Please.
I would say the Hawkeyes with Felix. He's a goalie. First time playing LG. Unbelievable. I think he'll be one of the best goalies in the NCAA by far.
Okay.
He's a prospect.
All right. So we got a prospect, somebody with a chance. Hasn't shown their skills and abilities yet in LG is what I'm hearing, but still a lot of power there. And gotta say, what a nice pick. Number 69. Very nice.
Yo, Mez, can we go look at Ohio State's roster? I don't know if it's been pointed out, but those are GM and owner, 2 first-timers. They don't have, I don't believe they had any games played.
Oh, wow.
Into this.
Oh, wow. Excited for that. Yeah, let's go pull up the rosters. This is probably the best way to do it.
Oh, yeah,
They've been very active though, both of them. So
Let's take a look. There we go. This is kind of probably hopefully you can see the names pretty decently. We'll start here at the top. You said you wanted to see Ohio State. Let's jump to that. Ohio State. I don't even see a tag for an owner or AGM.
They're going to be at the bottom. So the players that just got drafted don't have positions in yet. The
Got it.
NCAA staff's going to handle that for the owners.
All right, so let's take a look at these 3 that we've got here.
all right, boys. I'm gonna head out and try to get these rosters fixed up for
Do
everybody.
it to it. You got a lot of work to do, Griggs. Appreciate having you on.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, bud.
Thanks for being here with us, buddy.
Yep. Thank you, boys. Have a good night.
Stuff.
Yeah, looks like we've got brand new guys here.
That's awesome.
None of them have played. Owner, GM, and AGM. So maybe a couple ringers out there. Maybe they put together an elite team. Excited to see what we might see out of them.
Yeah, and then Michigan State is also in I don't know about their AGM, but their owner and GM also. I think the owner had 1 game played as a TC in the C.
Okay. TTV J Hyde, and we got Chicken Racer 369. Damn, they fine. I don't know that I'll ever be able to get that one out of my head. I'm going to go take a look at Robert Morris. The 2 in particular that I'm aware of here, obviously, is IKEA Manager and Hayden. I think it's a great place to start. They opened up with Merino. That was their first pick. OV84, I like that pick. The Bale guy, not sure, but love the name. Squatch S as well. Of course, they got A. Griggs. Oh, nice to have the commissioner on your team, I suppose. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The bad scroll. I did bad. Y'all should yell at me. I deserve it. Checking our messages here. Hey, do what you got to do. Appreciate you coming in. Hail to hockey. Glad to have you here. We got this ever-expanding media group here with LG. Glad you could be here with us.
Yeah, you guys have a good night, and just keep up. You're doing your hard work, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're hustling it out here for sure. Glad everyone could be here. Glad y'all could help out. Otherwise, this would have been daunting with 3 hours to go.
Banana, good luck to this year, man.
Thanks, brother.
Good luck indeed. And Banana Man, appreciate you coming on as well. We'll let you roll on out of here. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Hope you had a great draft.
Thanks, Baz. Looking forward to seeing you later on.
Absolutely. It'll be a great time. One of my more underrated picks, I really like Drankin Keith. We see him picked up by Army. I think that was later than probably should have gone. So shout out for Hand Banana Man. But man, a new season. I'm so excited. I'm a little sad we don't get to see NCAA until next weekend. But I will be here next Sunday. We will open up the night with NCAA coverage. But tomorrow, make sure you check out what I've got going on with LG. That's right. If you've never seen it here before, we go quad box. We cover 4 leagues at a time. Sometimes, though, we go Octobox. I'll give you my best impersonation of Red Zone as we just focus on goals, penalties, and important moments. That's right. Here's a story about a man named Brady, and I feel like Alice right here in the middle when we cover 8 games at a time. So we do that. We bring it all the way down to 1 at a time when necessary. So if you haven't seen it, our quad box or the octo box, make sure you come back around and check things out. We'll definitely open in the quad box tomorrow. I'm hoping to get the 4 reigning champions of each league, LG NHL, LG AHL, LG ECHL, and LG CHL, as they all start tomorrow. Again, LG NCAA does not start till next week. But we will open up just like this here in the quad box. We'll try to get you all 4 leagues at a time. Appreciate you, Days. Glad y'all had a great time. Appreciate everybody coming out here. Dirty Dangles, I know you gave a follow earlier, but appreciate you coming out as a first-time chatter. It has been quite the party here. We've been having a hell of a time. We still got X-Dog hanging out with us. X-Dog, any final thoughts here as we move towards our close?
I think that the NCAA is, it's going to be big. It keeps expanding and expanding, so I wouldn't be surprised, like Greg said, to expand to, hopefully 60 teams. That'd be crazy, because I think NCAA it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool and unique, so I'm kind of glad that that this league is, this part of the league in this LG is running very well, so I'm excited for next week for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Big shout out to Wizia WZIA. He's one of the big guys helping make so much of this happen. He put out a big call out for extra media help. That's why we've got everybody here trying to give me some support so that we can give you a real full media experience. Dr. Red says, ready for an exciting season. Thank you for all the hard work, Mez. Hey, I appreciate it. Y'all make it so easy to give the energy. So I really appreciate everybody showing up. We got OK Cupid. Nah, that's clearly on my brain. That's where I met my wife, is OK Cupid. But OK Squid, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. And it looks like I'm taking a look around and I only see my boy Terry O out there. So looks like I know where we are going to be headed. Glad y'all have hung out with us. We've had Hail to Hockey. We've had X-Dog with us all night. We were joined by A. Grigley, a.k.a. A-Griggs24, the man himself, the commissioner of the NCAA. We've had some NCAA owners. We've had some CHL owners. And we've had some NCAA GMs as well. It's been a great night. We're going to have a great season. I can't wait to see who's going to lift the cup at the end of it all. And for tonight, we're going to send you on over to Mr. Terry O. So y'all stick around. Make sure y'all give him some love, all the work he puts in, especially for the Chell community and everything else out there. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out the games. I think I'm pretty decent in a draft, but I think I'm even better announcing. So make sure y'all check it out if you've never seen it. Appreciate all our new followers. We'll make sure we get our new VIPs lifted and gifted out there. So 5 gifted subs is what it takes. And I've got at least 1 VIP or 2 tags to provide after what we've had. A ton, a litany, a slew of new followers. I appreciate you all very much. It's been a wonderful time, and I hope y'all have a wonderful time with Mr. Terry O. Have a great Saturday night, and remember, folks, call your dads tomorrow as part of Father's Day. See y'all then.
Ladies and gentlemen, bringing in the raid, it's Mezcal!